Welcome to My Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to My Asshole Podcast. Today is Sunday. You guys know what today is. It's your boy Rig 4 show today. It's the Rig 4 show today, man. We got our matching shirts on and everything.
Yep, big
Not
facts.
planned, by the way. This was just happenstance. He just, shot out into the ether and was just like, green shirt today.
We're in sync.
We're in
Shout
sync.
out Justin Timberlake.
Right? I was thinking of the same joke, too. I was just like, yes. All right, we got a good show for you guys today. We got a good thread as well as some scenarios you guys have for us today. We're excited for this episode. I know that you guys are too. Without further ado, let's get on into it. Today's thread is, how did you catch your partner cheating? Ooh.
Bruh.
Ooh. Okay, so let's get on into how you caught your partner cheating. So, my Ring camera, I had an interior camera in the living room, and it didn't pick up on the motion of them coming through the front door, but it did catch a couple of frames. You'd only notice it if you scrolled back before the motion alert, and it flashed by quickly. I only found it because I was out of town and he texted good night super late, so I figured he was drunk and wanted to watch him stumble around. Instead, I saw him inside with a girl. Everything started unraveling from there. Damn, son.
Damn.
Woo! That's
Ring
crazy.
camera snitching.
Yeah, bruh. Dude.
Yeah.
That's terrible. That is terrible. And the thing is like, bro, there's a Ring camera. So, like, why not get a hotel? All right, let's be honest. As horrible as that sounds.
Right.
It's like, bro, come on, man.
I think bro was just like, yeah, she's not going to check the footage, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't
Probably.
matter.
Probably.
Normal everyday stuff. I'll just text her good night, super duper late.
Yeah, he's just scootly squattly, dude. She's not going to know anything. Like,
Yep.
nothing's going on.
Bro
Yeah,
snitched on himself by saying good night out of the ordinary.
Yo, true.
Yep.
That is true. If he wouldn't have texted her good night, she probably wouldn't have checked it.
They wouldn't have checked shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
she probably would have just been like, it's cool. He probably just got in late, fell asleep. Is what it is.
Yep.
It's all good. But the fact that he texted good night meant that he was up.
Yep.
And so she was like, I wonder what he's doing.
Yeah.
Let
He
me
probably
see.
drunk, stumbling around, and then was like, wait a second.
Yep. Who is that?
4K? Well, it's not really 4K because Ring cameras suck, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cotton 720p.
Yeah, 720p, glitchy K or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, Cotton 720p, Like, goddamn. She's like, I
Yeah.
saw your pixelated
Yeah.
booty gyrating on that couch.
Yeah, because she said it was only a couple frames, dude.
Yeah,
so she was
exactly.
just like, yeah. Got 2 framed and then fucking caught, dude.
Bruh.
Yeah.
All
Bruh.
bad. All bad.
Bruh.
All right, how did you catch your partner cheating? We got into a fight while I was pregnant. I had a really close girlfriend that knew the situation. I asked her to let him stay at her house for a night so I could be sure he didn't cheat on me again. I know I'm a dumbass for staying after the first time. She called me the next day to let me know she had sex with him, so he wouldn't sleep with somebody else. Yo! Which is when I learned from all of my other girlfriends that she sleeps with everyone's boyfriend. Yo!
What did he say? What?
Yo, bro.
Jesus.
So she was just like, why would you cheat on me? I'm so mad. You go stay with my friend because I don't want you in the house right now. He's like, cool, say less. And then out of nowhere, he goes over to her house, sleeps with her, and she's just like, oh, don't worry, girl, I did it for you. I sucked his dick for you.
Yeah.
So that way he wouldn't do it with some random girl. You know what I mean?
Whole time. How does that even happen, though? Like, she was like, yeah, can you just let him stay with you? So, like, we just get a little time apart. And then she was just like, yum yum yum, delicioso.
know what I
Like,
mean? Like,
of
bro.
course, for you, yeah, anything for you, dude. We're friends, right? We're friends, dude. That's crazy work, dude.
That is hella crazy work.
But like I always say, dude, like at least now you just have more knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like fucking,
yeah.
he sucks, she sucks, and
Yeah.
then they're both out of your life, dude. Perfect.
That's true. That's very true, man.
Too bad you're pregnant though. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
too
that
bad you
kinda-
got to deal with a fucking kid, like
you're-
his kid at
yeah,
that. You know
yeah,
what I
that
mean?
sucks for sure.
Yeah, that's the probably worst part about it because it's like you got to deal with that motherfucker for 18 years now.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
not like it just, all right, cool, peace and chicken grease, fuck
Yeah.
off. You know what I mean? It's like, I got to deal with this.
And some
motherfucker.
people get real petty with when it's kids involved too. So
Oh,
like,
yeah.
who knows
Oh,
what this
yeah.
man's gonna do? Especially where he's like, yeah, I'll just keep fucking everyone in your friend circle,
Right.
keep being around you and the baby, and like
I mean,
bothering you and shit.
He might not be able to be as petty as she would, though. I think she could be far more petty if she wanted to.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
I don't know if they're married though. Like if they're married, she has grounds to be mad petty.
Right,
But
right.
like if they're not married, just boyfriend, girlfriend or some shit, then yeah, I can see your perspective where it's like he'd probably have a little bit more of the leverage on that one just because he'd be like, aha, single mom, you suck.
Yeah, yeah.
And you
That's
let
true.
him hit it raw. Now you're a single mom. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah,
out front dancing
yeah.
with the diapers and shit.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but if they're married, like, yeah, the homeboy's cooked.
And then it could just get annoying where he's bringing around 50 different girlfriends to the baby and like,
Oh,
yeah, meet
yeah.
your new mommy, meet your new
Yeah,
mommy,
yeah.
meet your new mommy. Like, damn, how many more moms you gonna bring around,
Yeah,
son? You know what I mean?
facts. Yeah, the kid is just like, oh, daddy has like 8 moms.
8
You
moms
know,
already, yeah.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
All right, on to the next one. How did you catch your partner cheating? Came home early to surprise her and literally walked in on her riding him cowgirl style.
Perfect.
Oh.
Bruh.
Oh, I was shocked for a second, and then I said, oh, cool, can I join? As I started to get naked, scared the shit out of her and the guy she was with and ran for his life. I gave her one good stare, grabbed a couple of my things and left. We were renting an apartment together that had a few months left on the lease, so I called the landlord the next day, paid off my portion of the lease so I wouldn't have to deal with that, and moved back with my parents. A couple of months until I found a new place. I'm one of those guys that just needs to know where I stand with you. Once I know, I can do whatever I need that's best for me. There are good ways, there are good ones out there. Just gotta keep at it.
See, and that's exactly how you should handle a breakup.
Facts.
Don't get mad. Don't kill anyone. Don't don't do any of that. YouTube chill.
Yeah.
Like for real. If you walk in on this situation, I get people why people get angry, but like anything you do in anger is probably not gonna be good for you. So just get out of there. You know, she was already shocked, scared. Dude ran for his life. You know.
Yeah. And honestly, man, if I was him, I'd have ran for my life too, because I don't know what this dude's gonna try to do.
Yeah, 100%.
Is he gonna try to bury his mushroom tip in my butt?
Yeah.
Or is he gonna try to shoot me?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
But like,
This man did casually just say that, by the way. What did he say? He just casually said that. Like, it's a possibility. It is a possibility.
100%, bro. Like,
In the big 2-6, it's a possibility.
yeah, bro. The amount of like secret gay dudes and relationships and all that stuff. Yeah, man, crazy work. But but I'm just saying, it's like, bro, like, dude, even just being a single guy, you never know. Think about it. He was just a single guy, thought he was smashing on a single girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then this naked dude walks in and you're like, oh shit.
Yep.
Oh, you know what I mean? So, yeah, bro, that's the worst part about it. Like, hey, man, look.
She belongs to the streets.
And you just move on, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad that though he doesn't look at it like, oh, I hate all women and
Yeah,
all women
100%.
are evil. Yeah,
Yep.
no, I like that you pointed that out because man, a lot of dudes get to that real quick.
Yeah.
They're so quick to the villain arc, and it's like, bro, whoa. I get it.
Yeah.
The villain arc is coming.
Yeah.
You know, but it don't need to be immediate.
Yeah, exactly.
Man. All right. Ah, shit. I lost my spot. God dang it. Hold on. Oh, okay, here we go. All right. On to our next one. How did you catch your partner cheating? I found a little strip that you take off to open the Plan B pill box in her car.
Huh? Oh.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah, she got nutted in.
Yeah.
Nutted in. Bro, it's bad enough that your girl gets fucked. But she got nutted in, son? And then think about it. What if he had sex with her that same night?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like what I talked about on a couple episodes back, where it's like, you know, you go down on her and then like, dang, you taste a little different today.
Yeah,
and then she's like,
yeah.
I have no idea why.
Oh,
He
damn,
noted
girl,
me. He
you're a
noted
little
it.
creamy.
Yep. And then you're just like there left dumbfounded because these women don't give a fuck. You
Yeah,
know? Jesus
bro.
Christ.
Shit, man. Shit.
Terrible.
Oh, and that's some investigative work, though. There's no way I would have, like, seen that and would have immediately been like, this is off of a Plan B.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's...
He has experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. Homie is just like, I got, like, 8 of those.
Yeah.
All right, on to our next one. How did you catch your partner cheating? She was at my best friend's house at 3 a.m. when I called. No one answered. Went to make sure everything was good, and I heard him say, he's here, downhill from here quickly. Yo, he heard her say, he's here. Like, bro.
Oh, God.
Yo, again, like, we've said it on a previous episode. We can't fathom.
No, yeah.
Like,
No,
yeah,
absolutely not.
fucking each other's girl. Like, that's crazy to me,
work,
son.
yeah.
That's wild. And it's one of those things where it's just like, even if that did happen, I'd be like, cool. Huh, she belonged to the streets. Like,
Yeah.
To the streets.
bro, we at that point now where it's
Yeah.
just like, no, that is some wild shit when, like, your homie wants to steal your girl. Like,
Yeah.
he wants to date her type shit.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, for sure.
Because that's what I'm feeling is kind of going on with this, especially with
Yeah.
her being like, oh my God, he's here. Oh,
Yeah. What did she think, dude? Like, obviously he called and you're like, oh, well, yeah, it'll probably just go away. You know, he won't know. And then like, oh no, he's here. Like, dumbass, why would you do that? What were you thinking? Is it really that? I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments. Is it really that hard, you think, to break up with someone and then just move on?
Facts. Especially if you got somebody laying in the wait.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you're about to go from, like, one person to the next person, I would think you as that person in the relationship, you could just be like, yeah, this is not working for me. I'm just not feeling it. Whatever, you know, arbitrary excuse you want to throw in there.
Peace and chicken grease.
and then you just go over to the next person. Yeah, it's going to hurt for the other person far more, and, you know, it's going to suck for them, and you're going to feel bad to some degree, but it's like, dude, why would you hurt them even more cheating on them, you know, when you could have just, like, hurt them, you know, and it just rip that Band-Aid, get it over with. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I don't get it. People justify it, though. I know you've said it in your experience in sales. People will justify anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and I think that's you know, true with this. They just justify it. They're like, oh, no, it's okay, you know. Mercury is in the microwave. And, you know, it tells me not to. So,
and then the moons are aligned with the catalytic converter, and you know, who knows?
All right, on to the next one. How did you catch your partner cheating? I noticed his phone started going everywhere with him, even to the shower. Okay. One night it lit up while he was asleep. I didn't even unlock it. The preview was enough. Damn. It must have been one of those moments where, you know, how you like talking to a girl and you just saying the most egregious shit in the messages, like, yeah, girl, I'm fucking choke you with my wiener and all, you know what I mean? It's
going
like,
ham in the text.
Yep. And so I'm sure she saw that preview and was like, wow, we doing that now?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he liked anal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, that's just how it be sometimes, bruh.
GG's, you caught him. He's cooked. It's good, though. You can move on.
Yeah. And it was good that she caught it pretty early on.
Yeah.
But, again, like we've said in the past, you'll know. You'll know when your partner's cheating. You'll know when they're doing some shit they shouldn't be doing. You'll see it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very obvious. All right. On to our next one. How did you catch your partner cheating? She passed out drunk before I got home from work. Odd, I said to myself. She usually isn't drunk. Then I looked at her phone and it wasn't even locked. She was still texting the dude about how good the sex was earlier that night before we got home. Damn.
She belongs to the streets.
She passed out texting the dude. My house, my car, literally nothing was hers except some clothes. I tossed all her shit outside and waited for her to wake up. I acted like it was a normal day. When she went outside to smoke a cigarette, I locked the door and called the cops to remove her from the property.
Perfect.
True story. I told her to go to her fuck buddy's place to stay. She was his problem now. Facts.
Perfect.
Facts.
Perfect. Get out.
Yeah,
get your
because
shit and get out.
yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like I hate when a lot of dudes sit there and they blow up and they be punching walls and breaking shit and stuff like that. It's like, bro, if you did that, because I remember I saw a TikTok video. I don't know if it was staged. I don't know if it was real, whatever. But I know that this is a real situation that happens regardless if it's staged. You know, this video in particular was staged or not. And, it's one of those dudes where he was just like, you got pregnant by another nigga. Like, you're making me think that this kid is mine and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And he's like punching the TV and punching the wall. And I'm like, bro, just kick her out.
Yeah.
Tell her, hey, get the fuck out of my house. And you can go live with old boy that got you actually pregnant.
Yeah, perfect.
That baby and you are his problem, not mine.
Yes.
Like, I'm not about to crash out on you over that. Mm-hmm. No, fuck that. I'm just going to go on now.
Yeah.
Go on now.
Yeah. I got other shit to worry about, right? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like dudes that, like, really, really get upset, they don't got too much shit going on. And that's why, like, because they're just invested so much into her, they're like, now what am I going to invest into? You know what I mean?
That's
and it's
true,
like,
bro.
Brother, if you were locked in at work, locked in on your health, locked in on, like, just, shit that you were already taking care of, like, it wouldn't be that big of a aspect in your life when that goes array. You know what I mean?
True.
Because, like, you lose a pen or, like, you lose a pencil, something like that, or even, like, something, like, favorite of yours, right? Like, say you lose your wallet. You're going to go get another wallet and just be like, yeah, well, I'll just replace all the cards and shit in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because I feel like a lot of dudes just invest so much into the relationship, into that person, they're like, well, now I feel like I need some type of return on investment. And it's like, brother, you're not getting no return on investment. It's not even worth it. Just do something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense because there are a lot of dudes that get diagnosed with one-itis.
One-itis, yeah.
They only feel like that one girl is the only girl in the entire world. They'll never find another one. And it'd be baffling to me the amount of dudes that got one-itis. And
Facts.
That shit is wild to me. I'm like, bro, she's just a girl.
Mm-hmm.
There's 4 billion other ones out there, man.
Yeah, 4 billion.
Like, you can find another one. It's not hard. They're all over the place.
And they say there's at least 7 people that look like them.
Facts.
Yeah, there's like
Facts.
7 people
That's
in the
a statistical
world
fact.
that have like doppelgangers, like 7 doppelgangers in the world for each person there is, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And even if it's not true, there's definitely someone that looks somewhat like her. You know what I mean?
100%.
It's hard to tell the difference between any human, in my opinion. I think everyone looked the same, but
yeah. I think women, especially nowadays, since I don't want to have the whole beauty standard conversation, but it's just more of like a lot of women understand, what body type is really attractive mostly to men, and they go for that body type.
Yep.
And so it's like, yeah, that's kind of what it is. I mean, if you go to the gym and you look at a lot of fitness girls, they all look the same.
Yeah.
They're all fucking carbon copies of each other. You know what I mean? They have small waist. They have wide hips. A lot of them have small tits. I ain't gonna lie to you on that one, but I mean that's genetics. You can't change that, but unless you get surgery. But I'm just saying, it's like you go to certain environments and you'll see the same type of girl over and over. It's like, bro, you'll feel like, a nigga in a candy store. I remember the first time I started going to the gym and I really started seeing girls in the gym, and I'm like, I'm like, sheesh, yo, this is what it's like up in here. I'm like, okay,
Especially
shit.
if you go to like a commercial or like a big name gym, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
They're all
yeah.
there. All of them are
100%.
there, yeah. And then you have all those trends where it's like they have fucking makeup routines named after deer and antelope and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Okay, never heard
Gazelle,
of that.
whatever the fuck. Women know, right? Leave it down in the comments. You guys know what I'm talking about, like the gazelle or antelope fucking makeup shit. There's like male antelope, female antelope, whatever the fuck. I've seen like a couple like videos on it. That's why I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, there's just like they all do the same like makeup. They all have like the same Lululemon fucking shorts, whatever, you know,
Yeah,
boy
that's true,
shorts,
yeah.
spiker shorts. Yeah, it's all the same shit. You
Yeah,
know?
that's very true, bro. That's very true. The Ruru Rimmon. All right, on to the next one. How did you catch your partner cheating? When they started picking fights over the smallest things and stopped trying to resolve stuff and just use it as a reason to cool off and get away. Bruh.
Oh my god.
Those type of guys honestly just piss me off. It's like, bro, you're a grown ass man. Learn how to talk to your woman, bro.
Oh my god.
Like I look, I guess maybe because I guess leadership skills and communication and shit like that comes very normal to me.
Right.
And so maybe when I see a guy who just doesn't have that, I'm just like dumbfounded at it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what? It's like a modern man looking at a caveman kind of thing. And
Okay,
you're just
yeah.
like, how do you not know fire exists?
Yeah,
Like, what the
okay.
fuck is going? You know what I mean? It's one of those, like, to me and probably to you, it's a simple concept.
Yeah.
But for some reason they just don't understand it. They're just like, and you're just like, bro, it's fire. Chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for some reason they're just like, communication? What? Huh? Talking? Having a conversation?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, I don't get it. I'm just like, bro. It's like, come on, man. I don't know. It baffles me. Like I said, I've done this podcast for so long to where it's like I've seen just so many situations and I've gone through so many scenarios where it's like this could have been solved with a conversation.
Right.
You could have
Right.
just sat your girl down like a man and been like, hey, yo, these are the things that you did. I don't fucking like that shit. What are we going to do about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you could have done that, and she would have looked at you like, damn, you know, my dude's a man. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't fucking get all emotional and weird about things, and he didn't try to do this, like, weird, like, saying it without saying it type shit.
Yeah.
You know, he just sat down, told me what it was, you know, coochie's wet. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, bro, I don't get that. Why they let, I guess, just the anger or the emotion of it just cloud their judgment. And when they could have just easily just sit her down, hey, this is what it is. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You know, I have two sides to this, right? Because I laughed so hard in the beginning because, like, the times where I wasn't so used to communication, right? I wouldn't do the same shit, but what I would do is, like, I'd be like, damn, she got mad and she's not gonna talk to me. I can play the game without any interruptions, dude. Yeah, perfect, dude. Finally, fuck, dude. So annoying, but
yeah.
however, right, I did eventually grow, and then, like, I hated stonewalling, dude. I hated it. I was like, bro, like, say something, dude. We need to get this worked out. So, like, that was something I developed later on, was the communication skills. And, you know, I mean, I kind of had to be put in those scenarios because, I mean, as a dude, you're kind of taught not really to have feelings or, like, communicate your feelings or, like, what upsets you and stuff like that. And it's different for us because we had leader dads, you know, like, obviously, like, my dad was the same way. Like, if I got fucking butthurt or whatever, he'd be like, that's, you know, that's fine, but you're gonna sit here until you fucking work up the courage to talk to me about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna let you develop the habits of, like, stonewalling, whatever the case may be. And I brought that into my relationship as well, where I didn't really understand the whole idea of, like, needing space to talk about things, because my whole idea was like, we'll just talk about it now, get it the fuck out the way, and then come up with a solution, you know. And so that's why, like, I get where you're coming from, you know, because it's not hard to communicate. You just fucking you listen, right? Like, you get upset. why am I upset? Okay, what am I pulling from this that's important? All right, I'm gonna communicate that to them, and then from there, you guys have a conversation about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What gets in the way is like the pettiness, where it's like, hey, I didn't really like that you liked that, and they're like, you know, one person's like, I didn't give a fuck what you didn't like, you know, and you're like, all right, well, look, bro, like we're having a conversation to resolve, not to fucking win, you know what I mean? And that's the issue that people run into is like someone wants to win for some reason when the winning is coming together on a resolution, not fucking, you know, I made you feel the most worst about this situation, you know what I mean?
And that's what happens a lot of times. I think in like long-term relationships, you get to a point where like you just start getting petty in relationships. It stops being about communication, and it's just like, oh, how can I win and hurt you the most?
Facts.
Because even in my past relationships, I've dealt with that. Like, you know, I would always start it off as a conversation because I always have known, and I've always been the type of guy to kind of like, if I get mad, I will like step away and be just steaming mad over there. And then once the steam is subside, then I'll come back and be like, hey, we need to fucking talk. And I would kind of let her, like how you said, where she's like, oh, I don't give a fuck, you know, what you think, blah, blah. That is what then would bring the mad back. Yeah. And I would just be like, all right, well, fuck you then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But see, my thing is I would never like stonewall it or walk away from it. I always looked at it like, as long as we're even just talking, yelling, whatever, as long as we are communicating between each other, like we're working at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
I think once you stop talking to each other is when it gets dire at that point.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it's like, okay, shit, you guys have given up.
Yeah.
It's over at that point. But I'll take the screaming and the fighting and all that kind of stuff over the stonewalling and the not talking any day, just because I look at it like, okay, she's choosing to be here. She's choosing to still, you know, talk this out, still choosing to, you know, work this out. Yeah, we're kind of working it out in ways we probably shouldn't be or that aren't healthy for us.
Right.
But we're working it out. And so that's why, for me, I get on people that you can't really communicate that, because it's like, bro, even if you guys are yelling at each other, even if you guys are kind of just like at each other's throat, at least you're communicating. Yeah. At least you're talking. That is trying. If you guys just walk away from it and are like, whatever, like at that point, you guys are underlinedly just done with each other. Like that should have been just a breakup at that point.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you're just done. You're done. Yeah, you can come back to each other and be like, oh, sorry, all this and that. Sure, but that's like putting a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound. Yeah. You know, like it's gonna leak and seep out eventually. Yeah. But yeah. Man. Jesus. All right, on to the next one. How did you catch your partner cheating? Many years ago, we were engaged and living together. He just booked the venue and used to do couple things with his coworker, Joe, who was married to Veronica. Okay. Veronica called me one evening upset. She'd found a girl's phone number in Joe's pants pocket. She was sure Joe was cheating and wanted me to come over to support her while she called the number, so I did. A sweet, clueless girl answered that call. Yes, she knew Joe. He was her boyfriend's friend, and her boyfriend was my fiance. I hadn't suspected a thing.
I'm a little confused on that.
Okay, so it's her man's, and then her friend Veronica, and her man Joe.
Okay. Yeah.
Veronica is like a girl. We'll call her Sarah.
Yeah.
We'll call her Sarah, and we'll call the other dude John.
Okay.
Okay. So there's Sarah, John, and then there's Veronica and Joe. And so Veronica's like, hey, Sarah, I need you to come over. I found this girl's phone number in Joe's pants.
Right.
And she's just like, oh shit. All right, bitch, we gonna go over there. We're gonna drink some wine and we gonna call this bitch. So they go over, you know, she brings over the cheap shit. They start drinking. They get the courage up. They call her. Homegirl is just like, oh, hey, oh my God, I didn't know that Joe had a wife and all this shit. Like my best friend, right? I think it is. Let me see. Yeah, she knew, and he was her boyfriend's friend. And yes. Okay, so she's like, my friend is dating John.
Yeah.
So she's like, wait. Joe's friend, John? She's like, yeah, Joe's friend John. I'm dating Joe, and my best friend's dating John.
Yeah,
and
okay.
she's like, John's my husband.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, okay.
So
There we go.
That's the story.
Now it's making sense.
Yeah.
All right. That's insane. Okay.
Yeah,
That's a love quadrahedron or whatever you call it, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck. Jesus.
That is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like Sarah thought she was chilling.
Yeah. She was like, damn, sucks to be you, but
Yeah,
let's go call that bitch. Yeah, let's get her. And then he was like, huh?
Yeah.
Both of us? Damn it.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Emotional damage.
Facts. That's
She
facts.
was just like, what? Oh, no, there's
Dude.
not me. No. It can't be.
Absolutely blindsided.
Oh, bro, bro. That is crazy.
I can't even imagine the shock and awe on both of their face.
Oh, 100%. She was just like, wait. My John?
My John? Yeah.
John? Joe's friend?
Yeah.
No.
Cooked.
No.
Cooked him up.
Yeah. She was like, yeah.
Joe and John, fuck what they doing, bro.
Bruh.
They were both at work, like, yeah. God damn
They
it,
were
bro.
dapping it up like, yeah, wives don't fucking know.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we got these young bitches. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Hey, fuck them. They don't know nothing.
Yeah.
They was at the bar clinking and everything.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Joe probably left it in his pants, like, it's just a receipt, dude. It's not anything important,
She's
dude.
like, "Ah, she ain't
Gonna
see
fucking
it.
find out.
Bitch
Yeah.
don't do my laundry,
Yeah.
know how.
Yeah. And he fucking fell for it, dude.
Damn.
And they found out at the same time.
Ooh, and yeah,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
the worst part about it.
Yeah.
I would have loved her to add in how they confronted them, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh
Oh, that would have been
my
perfect.
God.
Oh, yeah. I want to know how that went down.
Woo, talk about a sorry.
Give us an
Fredo.
update. Give us an update.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Please do. Hit me up on Instagram, my The Asshole Podcast, underscrolls between every word. But like, yeah, dude, or it's linked down in the description too. But yeah, man, update me on that.
Facts.
Because, bro, I gotta know. I
Yeah.
gotta know. How in
Yeah.
the hell did you guys confront them?
Yeah.
Because those boys, we already know.
Yeah.
All right, we already know. We know how the game is. We know how it is, when we meet a girl and we're chilling, doing our thing. We're like, yeah. And they was doing that. Definitely. They was clinking beers and they was like, we got some.
Yeah.
We got some motherfucking young bitches. So, bruh. Wildness. Okay, how did you catch your partner cheating? Her Apple Watch was synced to the family iPad. She thought she was being slick by deleting messages on her phone, but they were all still popping up on the iPad. Damn, bro.
Bruh.
Oh,
Jesus.
stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Okay, you remember the show Cheaters, right?
Yeah.
Where
Yes.
they would follow them around and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Apple has caught more people cheating than that show ever did.
Yes,
And it was
yeah.
long running standing,
Yeah,
bruh. It is
absolutely.
wild to me. Apple be out here telling on you,
yeah.
son.
Yes.
Apple be like, oh, you deleted off this device, but it's over here too.
Yeah.
And it's on that device
Yeah.
and that one and your boyfriend's phone.
Don't worry, we uploaded it to Facebook too.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
uploaded it to Instagram because we bought Instagram as well. It's
Facts.
everything connected.
Yeah,
Everyone knows. Actually, we alerted the president, by the way.
Trump's over there just, yep.
Get another one cut.
Another one caught. Looks like he's cooked. He looks like he's cooked. Uh-oh.
God damn it, bro. Yeah.
God damn it. Tell Kamala.
And yeah. And what you should have done, and this is just me being petty, I would have hooked the iPad up to the family TV and been like, look, everybody.
Oh, at a family function.
At a family function, I'm like, everybody. What she thought she was being slick, dude. Look at how slick she is.
And then read them out loud.
Put them out there like, yeah, baby girl, I want to put it in your butt. And then what did you say? What did you say? What did you say?
I'm so ready for that.
Yeah, no, look at that. Yeah, you see, it's up there on the big screen. Look, everybody can see
Yeah,
it, dude. You thought you were being slick.
What did he reply to that? He was like, baby, I can't wait.
Yep. And
Come
then-
over now.
Yep.
What did you say?
What did you say? I'm being so slick. He doesn't know anything.
Yeah. Oh, bruh.
Yep. Dumbass.
Read it for everybody, your
would've-
friends, your family.
I would have had a fucking laser pointer and everything. Look, do some circling, rereading shit, dude. Fucking look at this. Hey, look, little Johnny, you're a little too young to understand what all these words up here on the screen mean. But look, she thought she was slick.
Yep.
This is why you don't lie.
Just know Auntie Karen, fucking hoe.
Yeah.
You know, just know. And he's like, fucking hoe.
Yeah. Can you say bitches ain't shit? Bitches ain't shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
yep. Exactly.
Belongs to the streets.
Little Johnny.
Yeah.
Oh, bruh.
Damn.
That is wild. You're a wild one for that. You're a madman, bro.
Oh my god.
You're a madman. Oh, shit. All right, how did you catch your partner cheating? Search history when doing a data transfer on my laptop. 15 years, I gave her everything. People aren't shit, bruh. Damn.
Another device snitching on people,
Another
bro.
Apple device, bro.
Fuck, bro.
Apple is out here just like,
Gotcha.
got you.
Don't worry. Snitching.
Got you. Like,
There.
man, bro. Apple ain't playing on this one, man.
Yeah, what's the
Apple's-
snitch from Recess called? You know what I'm talking about. That fucking, he's that
Oh,
teacher pet,
yeah,
wears his
yeah,
pants up
yeah.
to his fucking nipples and shit,
Yeah.
right? Like, he can't wait to snitch, dude. That's Apple.
Yeah,
That's Apple
100%.
waiting to snitch
100%.
on everybody.
Yeah, bro. Oh man, I can't remember that dude's name.
I can't remember that motherfucker.
I can vividly picture him. though.
Picture him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's that little
'Cause he's just
hunched over
fucking-
kid.
yes,
He's
yes.
like, oh, I'm gonna tell him.
Yes, yep. He could not wait.
I'm telling you, TJ.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
What the fuck
bro.
is that snitch's name, dude?
I don't know.
It's
bro.
gonna bug me,
I
but
don't
yeah.
know. I'm gonna Google
That
it right
man
now.
was on a daily, bro. He woke up and was like,
Yeah.
I am the greatest snitch of all time, bro. He would meditate to that shit, you know? Miss Gristle needs my daily snitching to live, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Randall.
Randall. All right, there it
Randall.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That motherfucker Randall was
Randall,
a
bro.
top tier snitch, dude.
Yup.
And so is Apple. Apple is not only do they wait until your bank is at $1 for them to double charge you on some bullshit, they snitch on you too. They're like, thank you for buying the extra cloud storage.
Yeah.
Here's us snitching on you.
Yep. Because it's all iCloud that's doing this. They're like, thank you for paying us $5.99 to tell on yourself. Thank
Now you negative, and we snitched on you,
We got
and you
your
kicked
money.
out of your fucking house, dude. Your girl don't like you anymore, bro. They are menaces. They made you go negative and then snitch. They're like, you can't have shit in life. No money, no bitches, bro. You're not
like,
yeah,
run them pockets.
run them pockets, bro.
And
No
I'm taking your bitch.
Yes. No car, no fucking money in your bank account. No fucking bitches,
Yo,
bro.
bro.
Not for us. Not for our users, bro. Oh my god.
No.
Jesus Christ, bro.
No.
Apple,
Emotional
what are you
damage.
doing? What are you doing to these people?
Bro. No way. I didn't even think about it like that, bro. iCloud is out here taking your money and snitching on
Yes,
you at the
yes.
same time, bro.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And they do it tactically too.
Yeah.
They have to build up the evidence first. They're like, all right, we're just gonna go ahead and stack up all the evidence, all the screenshots, all the pictures, whatever the case may be.
Yup.
And then it's like, damn, this motherfucker got overdraft, motherfucker negative. Nah, you can't skip us out. Hey, look, hey, look, he's cheating. He's cheating. Look at
Let me just
this.
send this to your girl.
Yeah, bro.
Because I know her shit connected to
Yeah,
the
your
iPad.
shit connected,
Yeah.
and you got fucking negative in your account. Fuck
Oh
you.
yeah, and I don't put it past Apple to know all your devices
Yeah.
connected, all
Yeah,
that shit.
they know.
Yeah, I guarantee there's a dude over there, and he's just like, oh yeah, yeah. He be on dates, and they be like, oh, what do you do for a living? And he's just like, oh, if only if you knew.
If only you
only
knew.
you knew.
I already know what you do. I know what you do. If only you knew what I do, though. You would hate me.
Oh shit! I
'Cause
know
Your,
what
your
you
account's
do.
negative, right? Your account's negative? Hold on, I got a little bit of work to do. Go fucking, he's ruining lives at Starbucks, probably.
Oh,
At
facts,
Starbucks Wi-Fi, just
Facts.
fucking people's lives over.
bro.
God damn.
Oh, Apple is that evil corporation.
Oh, God, Apple.
Oh shit, man. Shit. All right, on to our next one. How did you catch your partner cheating? They started. Oh wait, no, hold on. Okay, here we go. Had a hunch, backed up by something his housemate said. Phoned the woman I suspected to ask her a genuinely unrelated question, work-related. She apologized for dating my ex. Yo, kind of crazy. I explained that as far as I knew, we were still dating since he just spent the weekend with me. She told me he was in the shower and also that was throwing him out the moment he was dressed. He was livid that I'd phone her to harass her and out him as a cheat. He was extremely shocked to hear that neither of us knew or argued over him. We just talked to each other calmly as grown adults. Bro, she calls this other woman and then was just like, oh yeah, you know, my boyfriend, we were doing this over the weekend, blah blah blah. Oh, and about this work thing, but and then she was just like, fuck man, guilty conscious. Hey, look, I've been dating your dude, whatever. Like I know y'all broke up. When she was like, wait, no, we're not broken up. And he's like, or she's like, wait, y'all didn't break up? Wait, hold on. She's like, yeah, remember? The person I was out with this weekend was him. And she's like, no fucking way. That nigga is in my shower right now.
Oh, God.
He's in my shower right now.
Yep. Cooked.
Washing his dick.
Mm-hmm.
In my shower. Using my soaps.
Yep.
Like,
the fancy soaps, too.
Man.
Yeah.
Using my $15 shampoo.
Yep.
Like, bruh. She let that boy get dressed and was just like,
the fuck up out of here.
get out of here. The fuck out of here, man.
Damn.
You know, gave him the old Jazzy Jeff. It was like, threw that boy out, bro. That's crazy.
That's crazy. You know, like, yeah, you know, definitely. You know, what was that work thing where you had to work on? Like, did you upload the PowerPoint? I forgot if I need to upload the PowerPoint. And then, you know, she was like, yeah, you know, I just kind of got distracted dating Jeff. You know, I know you guys broke up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't figure out the PowerPoint. And then she's like, hold on. Fuck that PowerPoint. What did you just say?
Fuck that PowerPoint.
What did you just say?
What did he say?
Just apologizing for dating Jeff because you guys recently broke up, right? Like, no, we didn't.
No.
Yep. And then bro cooked himself, dude.
And then he got out the shower talking about, hey babe, we gotta buy some more soap. She's just like, nah, nigga, we ain't buying no soap.
Yeah, you
fuck
get
out
the
my
fuck
house.
up out of my
Oh,
house.
babe, what you talking about? Oh, you listen to that bitch? Nah, man, she lying, bro. We didn't go on no weekend. What the fuck? What you talking about? Girl, why you lying to me? Nah, man, you know this is my girl. You know I'm dating her. That you just mad. She was just like, that's not what you was saying when you was up in this coochie this weekend, nigga.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Jesus.
bruh. Whew.
And then she said that he got mad that
They didn't
fight over him. Fuck was this man talking about? Like,
Who are you?
So who's winning the fight? And she's like, we not fucking fighting over you, stupid. And he's like, what? I did this so I could be fought over. Stupid boy. What the fuck? You're like, why y'all not fighting? Come on. Yo, let's get it cracking. No, dumbass. No. You're like, damn, they didn't fighting over me? Fuck, dude. He thought he was him.
Oh, my God.
Now
dude.
he's left smelling like fucking lavender in the front yard, dude.
Yeah. In the front yard, bro. Got nowhere
Jesus.
to go. Because he can't go back to her spot.
Nope.
You know, he can't go back to any of these girls' spot. He's just out on the streets.
Now he's
back
an
to mom
abandoned
and dad's,
dumbass, yeah.
dog. Bruh.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, let's spin it the other way, though. Imagine you called some, dude, a coworker, whatever, and then he was like, oh, yeah, hey, bro, you know, I'm dating your girl. I know y'all broke up, whatever. She in the shower right now.
That's wild.
Imagine.
Yeah.
I would probably certifiably crash out.
Yeah.
I would certifiably crash out.
Facts.
Like, I couldn't hear, because I know why she in the shower.
Yep.
They just got done.
Yeah.
They just got done. Like, bruh, you know?
Emotional damage.
I couldn't do it, son. I couldn't do it.
And then for her to get out the shower and be like, why y'all not fighting over me?
Facts.
What the fuck?
Facts,
What the
bro.
fuck?
Facts. Imagine.
God damn. Why y'all not fighting over me?
Yeah.
No.
The audacity.
God damn.
I'd be like, hey, my nigga, go slap that bitch for me, please.
Facts. Jesus Christ.
Like, I'll tell the cops it was for me. that full certified backhand was for me.
Yeah.
Oh my.
I'm dumping all her clothes, not on my lawn because my lawn looks nice. I'm gonna dump it onto the street, let the street sweeper get it. You know what I mean?
Yup.
Swoop that up and
Yup.
fucking get that shit out of my house. You know what I mean?
Bro.
You gonna come knocking at my door, or whatever? If you could stay out there. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, man. Hey, you know them streets is cold.
She belongs to the streets.
Streets is cold, bruh.
Why y'all not fighting over me?
Bruh.
That's wild. Holy shit, that's wild.
Just hearing you say it got my blood boiling.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Imagine from an
100%.
actual female,
Yeah.
bro. You be like,
Yeah, that would I'd be
pan
pissed.
is
Yeah.
glowing.
I'd be like, God damn it, bro. Why y'all not fighting over me? That's great. You know how much money I spent on you? Stupid. You know what you're talking
taking
about?
next man's
Fight
dick.
for me. Fight over me.
yeah, after you got done getting fucked by next man.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, hell no.
All right, how did you catch your partner cheating? Had a dream about it, then found their Facebook convo, opened my own personal computer. But yeah, the dream happened 48 hours before I found the conversation. Trust your gut, people. Damn.
She's psychic.
Damn, she out here giving credence to those dreams, though.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
You know,
no.
you know what I mean? You wake up and you're just like, oh, hey, baby. And she's just like, hi. You're like, what's up? What's going on? And she's just like, nothing. It's fine. And I'm like, did you sleep well? No, but it's fine. It's whatever. I'm hungry. And you're just like, what's going on? What's wrong? I had a dream you cheated on me. And you're just like, come on, man.
Bruh.
Come on, man. What are we doing here, bro?
Facts.
I ain't doing nothing to you. And she's just, and now she's gonna hear this episode,
Yeah.
right? And she's gonna be like, let me see your Facebook.
Yep.
Let me see Facebook messages.
Yep.
Because there was a girl on the Am I the Asshole podcast that wrote in, and 48 hours later, she found her man cheating
Yep.
because she had a dream. I had that same dream.
Yep.
So
She gonna set the timer. She gonna have that dream. Like, what the fuck?
Yep, yep.
Set the timer at the 48-hour mark. She's like, all right, now I'm checking.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna see
Yep.
what's up.
it's gonna be like ding 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 ding, and she'd be like, let me see that Facebook, nigga.
Yeah.
Come here.
Facts.
Let me see that Facebook.
And
damn.
it'll probably work too.
Oh,
For some of
probably.
these women, it'll probably
Yeah.
work. And then they'll be like, dude will be like, what the fuck? How did she know? What's going on here?
Yeah.
Hey, they got the insider tip, bro.
We take full responsibility for the relationships we are about to destroy because it is right before Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's facts too.
Ooh, you know how
Jesus, bro.
Valentine's Day goes. It's either y'all are making up or you're breaking up.
Facts.
That is, ooh.
Jesus.
The amount of people I know that'll be breaking up like right at Valentine's Day is crazy. I'll be
Facts.
like, oh shit, for real? Damn. That's tragic. That is tragic. Man. They be like, yeah, it was a week before Valentine's Day. We were supposed to go on this really expensive trip, but yep, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then fucking those dudes that are like, yeah, I don't want to spend the money on my girl. I'll just break up right before, right after. I'll be like, oh, it was a mistake, babe. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't have to buy her shit.
They try to get back together when they're in March.
Yep. They're like, yeah, I didn't have to buy her shit, dude. Dumbass, dude. Now you don't get, yeah, perfect.
Now you don't get shit.
Yep.
And I'm going to break up with you on your birthday, too.
Fuck. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
dude.
these men be crazy out here.
Crazy as fuck, yeah.
Oh, bro, I could never, but I know there's just men's out
There
there.
is,
They
yeah.
just move like
Yeah.
that, bro.
Yep.
They just move like that. And
Facts.
I don't know how they do it. I don't got the conscience for that. I just don't. I couldn't look a girl that I love in the eye and be like, nah, I ain't trying to be with you no more just to get out of Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
bro.
that's facts.
I'm swiping that card.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bruh.
Gotta be careful with those card swipes, though. You buy something for Valentine's. Maybe they're in that situation. They buy something for Valentine's Day. Apple's like, wait the fucking second, dude. Negative overdraft.
Oh, maybe.
And then they start snitching,
Maybe.
bro. Maybe that happened before. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not risking it again.
Hey, but that's a skill issue, though.
Yeah,
bruh.
it's a skill
if you're
issue.
broke, man, that's on you.
Yep.
You shouldn't be dating bitches broke.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever said that on the podcast. I might have here and there, maybe, or I might have alluded to it, but I don't think I've ever said it bluntly. Like, bro, if you are a man right now and you're broke and you ain't got your shit together, don't be dating women, bruh. Dating women is a privilege, not a right.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get to date women while you broke, bruh. You don't get to date women being on a bitch's couch, man. That's crazy work. I don't know how niggas on a couch, they ain't got nothing going for them. They be driving their girl's car. They be like, hey, babe, can I borrow $20? I need to go to McDonald's. Yeah, they be at home on the game all day. Like, how do these niggas got girlfriends, bruh?
It's because, right, and I just recently saw this online. It's because what these women are doing, right, is they're learning that this could be an investment, right? He could be broke right now, but with enough tender love and care, he could spring into someone who's ambitious, who's got money, who's got fucking cars, whatever the case may be. I just got to stick it out so that way when he gets his inspiration, get on his feet, I won't have to worry about shit. And then from there, you know, it's because there's legitimately no other reason, and it's always said where women will fall in love with the idea of who they think you're gonna be or who they think you are, and then from there it doesn't matter what happens really in the present, you know.
Oh, okay.
So they're looking as that as an investment where it's like eventually he'll become the man I think he's gonna be, and then from there things will be happy and gravy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is not wrong.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna tell you, ladies, is that man ain't ever gonna change. He's not, because it's the paradigm of position. And the paradigm of position is pretty much like, say you're a guy on the up and coming, right? And you're busting your ass, putting hours in, doing all this stuff, and then you meet a girl, and you're not where you need to be. You're far from it, but you know, like, oh, I'm putting in the hours every day. I'm busting my ass. I'm doing what I got to do. This guy is going to then meet this girl, and she's all infatuated. Everything that you just said. Oh, he's going to be this. Oh, he's doing that. He's putting all the hours into this and that. What's going to change in the man's mind at that point is like, wait, I'm where I'm supposed to be. Oh, shit.
That's the problem.
I thought I had,
Yeah.
I thought I had far more to go, which he does. But he thinks,
Yes.
I'm in the position I need to be now,
Yeah,
which
yes.
is the paradigm of position, because you're not where you're supposed to be, but you think you are because of this girl.
Yeah.
Because this girl likes you and, you know, cares about you and is willing to do stuff for you and all that. She's only willing to do this because contingent,
where you're headed.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Contingent on you keeping going. But what a lot of guys do is they will stop where they're at,
Yeah.
and they're like, I'm good with who I am right now because she accepts me for who I am. No, nigga, she don't accept for you for who you are. She accepts you for who you're gonna become.
Yeah.
And that to me is like where I tell ladies, I'm like, look, if you meet a dude and, you know, he's on the up and coming, like, don't get me wrong, date that guy, because there's going to be a chance that, yeah, he's going to keep being on the up and coming and doing his thing. But if you're meeting a guy that's on the absolute bottom, that dude ain't going nowhere. He is not. He's like, I have no incentive at all. I'm getting coochie on the regular. She let me use her car. I'm in her house. I got food. I ain't got to work. She ain't doing nothing. I'm chilling. I'm a stay-at-home husband or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that boy ain't gonna change, you know. And humans are naturally lazy. They're gonna take the path of least resistance. So, you know, he's not gonna go out there and get it.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all he's doing is fucking it up for the rest of us, man.
Yeah.
Because now she's going to go out there and just be like, you got a job? You doing stuff? You got your own place? You got $1 million? You got... like, bruh, because her expectations on the next guy are going to be through the roof high.
Yeah, and that's the thing, ladies, right? I won't say be fucked up to these broke men, because there's broke men with ambition that don't deserve to get fucked up to.
True.
But if he's a deadbeat and he's not showing any promise, be absolutely terrible to that man.
Yeah.
Send him into his villain arc and then send him
into
on
the
his
shadow
way. You know
realm,
what I mean?
man. Yeah, send that boy into the shadow realm.
Yeah, break his heart extra hard, dude. Because
Yeah.
then he'll have the push to be a better man, and we'll have a better society.
Oh, yeah, because we already cooking them.
Yeah.
You know, but sometimes dudes getting cooked by... It's one of those things where, like, some dudes, they are such losers that they be getting cooked by dudes all day long, and they're just like, it's what it is.
Yeah,
That's what all
facts.
guys think of me. You know, it is what it is, whatever. But if a girl is saying it, if girls are like, you're a fucking loser,
Yeah.
you're a brokey, you're a bum, all that shit, bro, that is going to set in his soul.
Yeah.
He is going to be hurt. That man is going to be... When he realize he can't get no coochie... When he realized he can't get no companionship, bitches don't care about him, none of that shit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he could be like, fuck, I need to start doing some shit.
Yeah.
I need to get into something. Like, man, because, bro, I mean, you know, what I've noticed too is a lot of guys, they'll hear that, you know, they get flamed on by dudes, and then they'll get flamed on by girls, and they'll just be like, all right, hey, it's me and Pamela for the rest of the time. And I'm just like, oh, that I feel is even worse.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Yeah, especially with porn just kind of becoming more mainstream and more like accessible than ever.
Yeah, especially with these like, they're almost like online relationships in a way with these OF models that like have interactive chat and shit like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So like I said, if they're bottom of the barrel and like showing no ambition, be terrible to them. That's fine.
Yeah, they deserve it, man.
If they got ambition right, the standard should not be like, oh, my man needs to have X, Y, and Z. It's like my man should have so much ambition that it's impossible for him to fail. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It shouldn't. I shouldn't play a factor in his ambition. He should have so much ambition when I get to him that like he could take me or leave me. You know what I mean? Because then from there. You won't have to worry about what needs are getting taken care of because he's already thought of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just needs time, right? That'll be the only currency he has to spend in order to get to where he's going. You know what I mean? And then from there, that's the kind of dude I feel like you should like support, throw money at, whatever the case may be, because you provide him with resources at the beginning. The resources he's going to come back with is going to be through the fucking roof.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
But that's going to go ahead and be that thread, man. If you guys enjoyed that thread, if you have a story of how you got cheated on or a friend of yours got cheated on or anything like that, definitely leave it down in the comments for us. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that thread. That was juicy and that was funny as fuck. That was a good thread,
yes,
boy. That was a really good thread. We're going to hop to announcements really, really quick. Then we're going to get into what I like to call surgery with the doctor. All right. So patreon.com/MyThatAsshole Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show like these people did for today. Definitely hop in on the Patreon. It's $3 a month. Start your 7-day free trial. Check it out for 7 days for free. All the episodes are on Spotify as well. So once you sign up, get your 7-day free trial, all the episodes will become available on Spotify to you, and you can listen to them there too. All that good stuff. I'll have a link for the Patreon Spotify in there. So you just sign up, and then in the description of any one of the episodes, you click on the Patreon episode Spotify link, and that'll take you to all the episodes. You'll have them all there, and it'll be all good for you. Audio listeners, thank you guys so much for all of the support, man. You guys have been absolutely killing it. We're talking like, around 100 downloads a day. We've been absolutely killing it. Thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys have been really showing out, and we really appreciate it. We really do. We work really hard, to give you guys content, to be entertaining for you guys. He takes time out of his very busy day, to come out, film, give you guys a good episode. You know what I mean? These episodes are a lot longer than the previous ones are. Those episodes are usually an hour. These are usually 2-hour long episodes. So, for him to take that time out of his day, come and film and give you guys a good episode, your support is definitely appreciated. If you want to support us even more, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. All of that helps, and it's all free. It's all free and it helps out tremendously. So thank you guys so much for all the support. All the links are down in the description. Without further ado, you ready for the session?
Absolutely.
Oh, baby, let's get it. Okay, so our first one is, am I the asshole for setting boundaries when my girlfriend guilt trips me over sex? I'm a 22 male and my girlfriend is a 23 female. I work and I'm in school. She doesn't work and she isn't in school. And she basically lives with me because she doesn't have a good relationship with her family. The main issue is sex. Okay. I am fine having sex once a day, sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on the day. She wants sex multiple times a day and gets upset when that doesn't happen. She makes comments like, why should I do blank? It's not like I'm getting any tonight. Damn, she's not like a man. The fuck? Even when we already had sex earlier that day, she says she's joking, but it makes me feel guilty and pressured like sex is something I owe her. I've told her this directly, and it keeps happening. She also gets upset when I want time to decompress. If I play video games or just want some space, she acts like I'm choosing that over her. She gets mad when I invite my friends over because she doesn't like them, which makes me feel like I am not allowed to have a social life in my own place. I handle most of the home stuff. I cook and clean and take care of the apartment, which should be her job. Fuck are we talking about, bro?
What's happening here? This is coming from a male?
Yeah, it's coming from a dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Like, I'm like, bro, why is she at home doing fucking nothing and you're cooking and cleaning and everything? Like, I don't give a shit if she makes bland ass PB&J sandwiches, nigga. Like, she should have food waiting for you when you come home. Like, she should have the house cleaned and ready to go. Like, that, it doesn't take that
Maybe
long.
she's the breadwinner too.
Nah, he says she doesn't work. He says, I work and I'm in school. She doesn't work and isn't in school.
What the fuck is she around for?
That's what I'm saying. And I'm just like, look, I get it. You love her. You care about her. She's living with you because you guys aren't good with your family, or she's not good with her family. That's fine. But, bitch, you got chores to do. Like, I'm not trying to be a misogynist or nothing, but it's like, this is the teamwork dynamic. Like, if I'm taking care of you and taking you out of a shitty spot, like, the least you can do is help me out. You know?
Yeah, because you both live there. Like,
yeah, like you're cleaning the space not only for me but for you too.
Yeah,
like
what the fuck going on?
We live in a clean space. We have you're making food not just for me but for us. So when I come home, we sit down and have a nice meal together. Like,
facts.
You know, I don't see the misogynistic in that at all. I see that as a nice partnership. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Especially if he's able to do that. Not a lot of guys are able to do that for a girl. Especially at, what is he, 22? Nigga, you're 22 and you're able to make it to where she don't got to work? Most niggas can't do that until they're 30.
Yeah.
I.e. me. I ain't gonna, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, nigga. Like, bro. All right. So she doesn't say she does everything, but she does make me feel like I'm not doing enough, even though I am juggling school, work, and the household. I care about her and I'm attracted to her, but I don't think wanting sex once a day, time to decompress, or to see my friends is unreasonable. I'm starting to wonder if I'm actually being unfair here or if this is unhealthy behavior. Smiley asshole.
I mean, no. But it's something that happens in a lot of relationships where it's almost like when you want something to happen, it will not happen. But then when you stop giving a fuck, it just kind of is like, oh, dude, he's being nonchalant. And then the scenario starts to happen where, you know, I guarantee you if she was doing all the extra shit that he was doing, he'd be like, yeah, I'm trying to fuck multiple times a day.
Oh, 100.
Because like
100.
like you said, bro, she just gets up, gets a little butt naked, or only has a fucking apron on, starts cooking in front of him. He's going to be like, yeah, you know what, dude? I know we just had sex, but you know, it's looking pretty good over there as she's cooking my favorite food. You know what I mean? Like, and for her to be like, throwing those little one-liners where it's like, oh, it's not like I'm getting any more. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, you're just digging your own hole, your own grave deeper. You know?
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, let me chill out on you, dude. Like, yeah, you do sound a little feminine. I'm not gonna lie, because you're doing everything and you're letting her do nothing.
Yeah,
right?
bro.
And that's the thing where, like, yeah, cool. You feel like sex once a day is absolutely fine, right? And I think that's just because you don't have a lot of time on your hands. You're 22, so when I was 22, I had a lot of time on my hands. I was not saying sex once a day was enough.
Nah,
You know what I mean?
I'm like 3-4 times.
Yeah,
bruh.
yeah.
Like I could nut and keep going.
Yes, yeah.
I wish I still had that perk. You know what I mean? Goddamn.
Yeah.
I got the debuff.
Yeah.
Cool down 15 minutes. Like,
Yeah, there's definitely a cool down now.
Man, you know, it just comes with age. But all right, I mean, you know, we gonna put the misogyny cap on because, bro, I'm being honest with you. The fuck are you doing? Why are you not putting your foot down with this girl? And I you know, actually, I'm sorry. I know why you're not putting your foot down with this girl. And I'm not gonna, you know, ad hominem you and be like, you know, you're a feminine dude and you're a bitch and this and that. I'm not gonna do that. No, we don't have to do that. Well, what we can do though is we can say you're afraid to lose her so much to the point where you're sitting there like, oh, You don't want me to have my friends over? Okay, well, that's fine. I'll just, I'll just hang out with them outside of the house. You want me to do all the housework and work and pay for everything else while you fucking sit there and do nothing? All right, sure, why not? But I still reserve the right to have my alone time and gaming. And it's just like, bro, I don't want to say doesn't respect you, but if I'm being honest with you, she kind of looks at you like, bro, you just my little pushover ass nigga. Like, you gonna do what I say, or like you're gonna lose me. And you're so afraid of that, when in reality, you should just be like, bitch, it's my way or the highway. You're in my house. These are my rules. I'm the one that pays the bills around this, bitch. If you don't like it, you can go back to your shitty ass family, or you can figure out another living situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, bro, what are we doing here? Like, you need to put your foot down and be like, yo, look, nah, man. If you want what you want, then I'm gonna need some, because I guarantee you the reason why you don't want to have sex multiple times, like we said, when we were 22, bro, all we want to do is fuck.
Yes.
But I get it. You have so many things that you're doing, and it's one of those things where you need to start offloading that shit to her. Like, if you came home from work, right, and she had the house clean, everything was squared away, she was, had a little meal ready, you guys eat together, all that kind of stuff, you gonna want to fuck.
Yeah.
You gonna want to fuck, because you can be like, oh man, I got a good meal in me, my girl's looking all good right now, shit, I'm good, I don't have anything else to do.
Right.
But you come home, you sit there and you cook and you clean while she's just sitting there lazy on her ass doing nothing, and then she's just like, let's have sex.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I want to have sex with you, bitch?
Yeah.
You just sat around doing nothing all day with your greasy fingers.
Yeah.
Like, no. You get out of my face, man. And that's why you feel the way that you feel, bruh.
Yeah.
Because you're not putting your foot down and giving her the equal workload.
Yeah.
And you're just taking it all on. I guarantee you split that workload up. You give her all the house chores and be like, nah, bitch, you need to do the house chores. And if she says, oh, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, bye. Get out.
Yeah.
I'll pack all your shit for you right now. You can get out.
You can go from once a day to 0 a day.
Exactly.
Back with your abusive family, too.
Exactly.
Stupid.
It's like, bro, you can go back with your abusive ass fucking family, or you can sit here and just do some chores. That's all I'm asking you to do. When I come home, I want the house squared away and a meal made. That's not hard. That's not hard to do.
Yeah.
Cleaning a house, I know, because I clean my apartment. It doesn't take me a whole day to do it. It takes me an hour at most.
And so, like, the problem is, right, like he was saying, you're thinking with this idea of, like, okay, if she gets mad, she'll leave me, right? But you got to understand, and this is why you're questioning yourself, and you're like, am I the asshole? Like, is this really wrong? Like, should I want to have sex more than once a day? Should my friends be, like, okayed by my girl? No.
Yeah.
Because you had friends before her.
Facts.
You like them. What the fuck does it matter what she thinks? Because at the end of the day, right, like, she doesn't like them for fucking what reason, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And does that affect your guys' friendship with the idea of, like, if you guys are having fun, right, doing whatever, you guys go out or you game or whatever the case may be, is her getting angry affecting your guys' relationship, your guys' like fun that you guys have? No. And the only reason it does is because you're putting yourself below her, where you have this idea of, like, dude, I can't upset her, or, like, I shouldn't be upsetting her, or, like, and it's something it's her fucking issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was something that I had to deal with in the beginning of my relationship, was like, she wanted me all to herself, no friends, whatever, and I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
You get mad, okay, then you're gonna spend, the night alone angry. I hope,
yeah, exactly.
Good, and then I'm gonna go out. We're gonna go do fucking guy shit, and we're gonna go have fun.
Like, I'm not gonna change up on my friends for my girl. It's
either that's stupid.
You come along and you hang out with us, or you be at home seething by yourself.
Yes.
Like, I'm not going to sit here and babysit you and all this. I'm not going to go do some slick, sly shit, cheat on you, all this. No, I'm going to go hang out with my friends, and I'm going to come back. Now, if you want to go and do that, because I know a lot of girls do that shit. They're like, oh, well, since you want to go out and there, I'm just going to call Jacob. And like, all right, cool. And when you get to Jacob's house, tell that nigga that I'm going to send your shit over there.
Yeah.
Like, the fuck are we talking about, bro? I just think it's a simple thing of what you're doing is you are taking on so much of the responsibility and you're not putting any onus on her.
Yes.
Because you're afraid to lose her. You know that if you make her cook and clean and do all that shit in the house, she is going to leave you. You know that. You know that for a fact, that she is going to threaten leaving you. She's going to be like, oh, no, I shouldn't have to do all that. No, and if you feel like I should have to do that, oh, that's toxic masculinity. I don't want to be with a guy like that. And you tell her, cool then, bitch, bye. Bye. I'll get all the toxicness.
Adios.
Yeah, I'll get all the toxicness out of you right now. Peace. You can leave.
Yep.
Like, you gotta understand, man, that when relationships just don't work, they just don't fucking work. Like, if a girl's not trying to be on your program, bro, that's not your girl.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Like, the right girl is going to see you as, she's going to love, respect, and admire you as that leader, and anything you say fucking goes.
Yeah.
She's gonna sit there and just be like, nah, whatever my man says goes. Like, I don't give a fuck what y'all gotta say. I don't care what y'all got going on. Nah, I don't give a fuck if you call me a pick me and this and that, bitch. I got a husband, you don't. Enjoy the single shadow realm, bitch. Like,
and that's not to say that what your woman says is not important, right?
Oh, 100%.
Like, obviously,
100%.
if she has input, she wants to do things, she wants to help sculpt your guys' reality, that's absolutely fine.
yeah, but
right?
you make the final decision.
Yeah.
Is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
If she comes up and has ideas and has inputs and stuff like that, great, you take it in, but you're the man and you have the final say.
Yeah.
Of like, okay, this is what I want to do, this is what you want to do, but you know what, we're doing this.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay.
Yeah.
Or if she comes, puts her input in, and you want to do this, she wants to do that, you know what, all right, yeah, we'll do this, we'll do
Yeah.
what you said.
Yeah.
Cool. You make that final decision.
Yeah.
Though you don't let her dictate nothing, bro, especially because she's a freeloader, man. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, that's how I would look at her.
Yeah.
I'd be like, damn, my bitch is a freeloader, man. And I get it. Like I said, he's so in the mindset of just, I don't want to lose her and I'm willing to do anything to keep her. And you're a young dude. I guarantee you have that kind of mindset. I guarantee you that's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And I get it. I've been there, afraid to lose a girl and doing everything you can. Happy life, happy wife. Oh,
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Nah, bro. It's happy king, dumb.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Yes.
All right, misogyny cap off. On to our next one. Am I overreacting? My current boyfriend had a threesome with my ex-boyfriend and his ex-girlfriend. Yo. That's crazy work. This happened about 10 years ago. I should say that I asked jokingly if he ever had a threesome, and he said yes. I was upset, but he just kind of dismissed it. I smoked a cigarette outside and then went back inside, and he said, I guess I can tell you all of it since you asked. It was with made up name, Jim, my ex, and at the time, and still did the Eiffel Tower to his girlfriend. Oh, so this was her ex. Oh, shit.
Her ex and his ex. I think
Yeah,
is-
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Holy shit. Because her ex was dating his ex.
What the fuck?
Is the context.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it says Jim, my ex at the time, did an Eiffel Tower to his girlfriend at the time, who is his ex.
Oh, okay.
Who is a server at my favorite restaurant, which we just went to on our first date, and she was working. I feel stupid. He works swing shifts, and while he was sleeping, I made his lunch and dinner, his dishes, laundry, and picked up after his cat throwing up. He's at work now and said he wanted to talk. He called me towards the end of his break and spoke to me for 3 minutes and then hung up on me. What the fuck am I doing? Is this something that anyone would be upset about? I feel like he's minimizing and dismissing my issues with this whole thing. I don't it happened. I know it happened a long time ago, but it's new to me. So this happened 10 years ago, and she's mad about it now because she found out about it now. I'm sure he was just like, oh, it's 10 years ago. I could tell her, and she's just like, delada, cousin. But no, she's like, Dimitri, get the piece.
I'm just confused. Were they dating when it happened, or
No. So at the time this happened, right?
Yeah.
From what I got from the story, I don't know for sure, but this is kind of the timeline I got from what she gave me. 10 years ago, she was dating a nigga named Jim.
Yeah.
He was dating a girl that she didn't give a specific name for it.
Yeah.
We'll call her Sam.
Yeah.
So he's dating this girl, Sam. And so then Jim and her end up breaking up. Sam and him end up breaking up. Then Jim, her ex, then meets Sam and is like, yo, I like you too. They get together. Then homeboy, her boyfriend now, is like, hey, yo, what it do, Jim? How you been? Oh, it's good. Chilling. My new girlfriend. Oh, shit. That's my ex. I'm sure they get to talking, they get to drinking, mingling, whatever. And I don't know, they're just like, you know, it'd be crazy is if we like Eiffel Towered the fuck out of Sam. Sure. I got the mouth. I got the coochie.
Yeah.
And then they do the thing. And then, you know, it is what it is. He then later meets this girl. They date, I'm assuming, for 10 years. If not, maybe, you know, it was like 5 years. Then they met, something like that.
You're right.
However it went, 10 years went by and they are dating.
Yeah.
And so then they go out on their first date and, you know, they go to the restaurant that Sam is working at. Sam is just like, oh shit. Hey, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. And so then the girl gets the bright idea to ask her boyfriend, like, have you ever had a threesome? And he was just like, oh shit. Hey, you know that girl Sam that was our waiter? Yeah, me and my boy Jim, you know, we Eiffel Towered the fuck out of her. And she's just like, what? What the, for real? That girl is like, yeah, that was my ex, you know. And then she finds out that Sam's now boyfriend is her ex-boyfriend. So the guy that you know was a part of this threesome had to be her ex.
Yeah.
By, you know, just the connection of the story. And so she's like, my ex and my now boyfriend fucked his ex that was our waitress at the restaurant. What the fuck? And so she's mad about finding out about that whole situation.
I just feel like you like mad for no reason at this point. Like,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What are you upset about? Like he had sex with someone else.
I'm sure you had sex with someone else too.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
And I'm more than sure that if you had been Eiffel Towered, I don't think you would have reacted like, oh no, now I can't look at you the same or whatever. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
No,
I don't, because I know, look, okay, I don't think I would be able to look at my girl knowing that a dude I know, you know what I mean, and her ex Eiffel Towered her. I ain't gonna lie to you. Maybe that's just me. But I wouldn't be able to look at my
I'm
girl.
not
I'd be
speaking
like,
from my perspective. I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah,
what
okay,
he
from
said.
him, from
yeah,
him.
him.
Okay,
I don't think
yeah,
he
yeah.
cares, you know.
Well, maybe.
But obviously, I don't want someone that's been that's greedy like that.
Yeah. Come on, man. She taking it both ends.
Yeah, you're greedy, dude. What are you doing?
Chinese finger trap is crazy.
Yeah.
But again, I personally agree with him. I don't know why you mad.
Yeah.
Look, I get it. Maybe your emotions are high because of the, you know, just the shock of finding out, and then everybody is so closely, you know, intertwined. But baby, it's a small world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a small world nowadays. Like, you're people you know, people you walk by every single day. They know who you know. You guys have mutuals, all that stuff. Like, you're bound to find and date people that know the same people that you know, and it is what it is. And then on top of that, this didn't happen while you guys were dating.
Yeah.
If this happened while you were dating, then okay, we'd be talking a different talk.
Yeah.
This would be a whole different
Whole
situation.
different thing, yeah.
But no, it didn't happen like that.
Yeah, I mean,
This happened forever ago.
only thing I would say is like, I mean, if you want to be mad at someone, be mad at yourself because you asked the question.
Facts.
Yeah, if you had never opened your fucking mouth, you wouldn't have known. But then at the same time, if it really bothers you, like you don't want a partner that's had a threesome or whatever, then like, I mean, find someone that hasn't had a threesome. Make that one of your upfront stipulations.
Yeah,
I guess like
It's weird.
Yeah, like
It's weird.
that's weird for sure. But at the same time, it's like, all right, like I'm not really sure what she's hoping to gather from this. Like, yeah.
Same.
Like I said, you know, if it's solely the idea of like, I don't want a partner that's had a threesome before, then like you probably should have specified that instead of just assuming he hasn't had one, you know.
I think it was the fact that it was his ex-girlfriend and then they saw her. So it's like I think is thinking in her head like, wait a minute, you had a threesome with your ex and then we went to the restaurant where she works at. Like, I think there's more suspicion on her end than maybe anger.
I could see that.
Yeah, we might be giving her too much anger, and there might be a lot more suspicion in it, where she's just like, are you and her still doing Eiffel Towers?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Y'all still got that nigga Jim's number? And,
That's true. That is true. Because, like, I mean, if they, like, met up after fucking he broke up with Sam and then was like, you know what? We could Eiffel Tower her and just keep doing that. And she's like, yeah, I'm greedy.
We already did it once. Why?
Yeah.
What's doing it twice, 3 times, 5
Yeah.
times, 10
Yeah.
times over? Like, what's the difference at that point? We already done it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. Like, there's a potential that could maybe rekindle or reopen back up or something.
Yeah.
So I get that perspective as well. But yeah, bottom line is though, either you can end the relationship because you don't want somebody that's done a threesome with somebody that, you know, is their ex and they're that close or whatever. Or you can kind of just be like, it was in the past. It is what it is.
Yeah. Especially if it's not coming back up really, or where like there's a potential that they're still doing that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
if it's dead and in the past, it happened the one time, cool. I would definitely just lay it to rest and then move forward. But
100%.
if you start to notice that, like, you know, you go to that restaurant again and then him and Jim are high-fiving like, wham, and you're like,
yeah,
what the fuck does that mean? You know,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
at that point, it's like, all right, yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
You got to get out of there, especially because Sam's like, yeah, here's your food. There's no spit in yours, but yeah, here's your food. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. Yeah, so,
Oh man, okay, that was a tough one.
yeah.
That was a tough one. Okay, on to our next one. What do I do? My father takes pictures of girls on the beach. What do I do?
That.
What did he say?
Okay,
Um,
sure. All right, my father has been married to my mom for over 13 years. I was looking through his phone and had the grand idea to look through his recently deleted. Okay, that was
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, bro. Like, no.
Wrong.
No, that's crazy work, bro. That's some crazy work. Okay, because I was bored. I am aware I invaded his privacy, but I hold on. I invaded his privacy, but like I didn't expect anything bad. There I see multiple photos of girls who were in the beach we were at. Completely unaware of him taking pictures, by the way. My mother, me, and my sister were all there when he took these pictures, and we didn't notice. He took like 50 of them. All of the girls looked between 16 to 20. Since that moment, every time we went to the beach, I looked through his recently deleted album and would always find pictures of girls. That boy's like... Not only that, but I decided to see if he was hiding more stuff. I discovered that over 4 years, he had a Tinder account and wrote to multiple girls, and his Instagram account that has public shows that he follows porn stars. I have no idea what to do since I really want to speak up about it and tell it to my mom. But I'm afraid what will happen the next. I'm 15 and want to go to college, and my dad is the main source of income. My mother has gone through so much, and I feel like he doesn't deserve her. Please tell me what to do. Oh, he's a young buck.
Yeah.
15. Oh, shit.
Oh, it's a 15-year-old male?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
15-year-old boy, and he has a sister.
Okay.
And so I don't know if she's older or not, but she's got a sister. He's got a sister, and then, you know, I guess dad is just up on the Tinder. He following all the OF girls. You know, he out here on the beach talking about taking a shit ton of pictures of just random girls on the beach. You know, I guess his main question is probably, what do I do? Because my dad is gonna pay for my college. But if I out him on this shit, he could be like, oh, I ain't paying for your college no more.
Yeah.
You know? And that's why, for me personally, I would just keep it quiet. I would. I would probably say nothing. As horrible as morally that sounds, it's one of those things where I look at it like, bro, that ain't got nothing to do with me. It's one of those things where it's like, look, I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And you know, ignorance is bliss. Well, mom don't know, won't hurt her, kind of thing. I get it. Morally, that's like, whoa, yo, hold up. Like, you know, like,
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
and I get that. 100%. But in this moment in your life, bro, especially if you got like ambitions and you want to do something, you want to go to college for something, and your dad is kind of that roadblock that you need to kind of like, you know, get through in order to have that future be a reality, then I wouldn't say anything. You know, that would just kind of be my pragmatic advice if I'm being real.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a couple ways to think of this, right? And they're going to be very different levels of chaotic, right? You got the low chaos method, like you said, like we had him explain. You don't say anything. You just make it through college, do your thing, right? There's the medium level of chaos that I would say is pretty, you'd have to get pretty intricate, but, you know, you could tell your dad that you know and be like, all right, brother, I'm still going to college.
Yeah.
Unless you want the shit out of here. And I tell mom, because you said it yourself, right? They range from 16 to 22. So the side I'm leaning on is like, you definitely got to say something, because your dad's a little messed up if he's taking pictures of 16-year-olds. You know what I mean?
Man. Yeah, I feel it.
And that's where it's like, obviously, the reason you're having these dilemmas is because you feel like you're responsible for what's happening in your life right now. But in reality, your dad is more responsible for anything that transpires from this, because he's the one with the Tinder, he's the one with the pictures, he's the one with the Instagram account. You know what I mean? You are just doing what any normal human would do, and you're valuing integrity upon these things, because your mom's like, oh, I have this wonderful man that fucking never does anything, and then you're like, actually, I know he's not what you think he is, Mom.
Yeah.
So the side that I lean towards, obviously, is you be honest with, you know, your whole family. You're not going to die from this, you know, like, you're gonna, it'll be harder to get through college. And, you know, personally, I don't think college is really necessary for you to have a successful life in the first place.
Facts.
So, I mean, I get it. You have goals, ambitions, stuff like that. It's part of being a man. You got to adapt. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because
100%.
100%, there's been times where I'm like, oh, yeah, dude, life's going pretty good, you know? And then my car's like, fucking idiot, dude. Here's a fucking fat bill. You know what I mean? Or like my house or whatever the case may be. And it's like, all right, now I'm back down, you know? And you just got to roll with the punches, where even getting out the Marine Corps, you know? Like, there was just times where I'm like, all right, dude, like, things are going up and things are going down. So you just roll with the punches. You're 15, so it's hard to understand right now, because
100%. Yeah.
You've had stability, and like, stability is really all you know. But as a man, you're going to face adversity, and if you don't, you're going to be soft as shit, and you're not going to know what to do when adversity comes. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
it's not a matter of it's not a matter of if you face adversity, it's when, right? When that comes, what are you going to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he's at the doorstep.
You have the perfect opportunity to make yourself sharp as fucking steel, dude. And it's going to work itself out, because you erred on the side of integrity. You know what I mean? It's going to be rough in the beginning, because when storms come, it's fucking rough, scary, windy, thunder, all that bullshit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then once it clears, the rain fucking watered the flowers, you know, the animals got to drink, shit like that, you know what I mean? And it's kind of a weird analogy, but at the same time, right? Like I said, the main thing that's like bugging me is like, dude, your dad's at the beach taking, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna have two 16-year-olds, a 15 and an 18-year-old, if I'm thinking of them at the same time, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, if your dad was back there, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't have a dad anymore. You know what I mean? So, like, that's what I'm talking about, where it's like, all right, bro, like, yeah, you're excusing your dad because he's your dad. You got this college stuff going on.
No dad anymore.
You're not gonna have a dad. But bro, it's just one of those things. Like, I don't want anyone taking pictures of my daughter. You know what I mean?
100%. I get it, man.
I don't believe, because, you know, you just never know. This is the exact thing. You never know what people are doing with those pictures, you know?
100.
And your dad is a prime example of, like, brother, he's taking pictures of 16 to 22-year-olds, you know, however old he is.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, my wife don't know. I got Tinder. I got these porn stars. Like, he just he needs help. And he's not gonna get help until like he's like pushed into that scenario. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could get put into this level of adversity and be like, you know what? Thank you, son, for holding me accountable. You know what I mean?
True. That is very true.
You never know. But I would say just go into any scenario with this overwhelming thought of this will be good, this will be good, this will be good. Overwhelming thought of positivity, right?
Yeah,
Even if it doesn't look like it, and then from there, dude, you like I said, you're gonna be sharper than steel after this. You know, you choose, right? You choose the easier path. You're gonna have a harder time later on in life because, say, mom does find out, I'm like, you fucking knew. I'm not talking to my son anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I know you would hate that unless you wouldn't, right? It's up to you, but. You just never know. Like, they find out, you know, like your sister, your mom, like, how are they going to trust you to treat women right when you didn't treat them right? You know?
Yeah,
so,
true. Yeah, hey, man.
Do what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you can either, like I said, take the path of least resistance, like I said, or you can take on, you know, that man's journey, dude.
Hardest difficulty.
Yeah, so you know, we gave you both sides of the pendulum.
Facts.
You know, and that's what I like about us, you know, being able to see both sides of it. We're able to give you both sides of the pendulum.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're at the crossroads. It's up to you to choose where you want to go. You know what I mean? Dude, you're 15. You got a lot of life ahead of you, man. Like you said, you're not going to die.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to die making this choice.
Yep.
But it is up to you to make this choice because, again, you're going to be the one that's going to bear the responsibility of that said choice. No matter what it is, whether you take the harder choice like he did or you take the easier choice. Look, because that's why I sat there and said, look, my choice is not the morally correct choice. It's going to be something where you're going to take that choice and you're going to feel so bad for your mom. You're going to be in college, but at the same time, you can be sitting there like, damn, man, my mom is getting fucking cheated on. My mom is going through all this bullshit, and I know she is. She don't think she is. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to feel morally horrible about it. But then, you know, if you go the route that he said, again, it's one of those things where you're going to be like sludging through and it's going to be tough. It's going to be gritty. It's going to be hard. Yep. And you're going to be like, fuck, why didn't I just say nothing? Yeah. You know, like you have to be able to choose what you're going to choose and bear the responsibility of that option.
Yes.
That's really what it comes down to, bro. You can do it. We hope the best for you, man.
Yeah. 100%.
Really. All right, on to our next one. Am I overreacting? Wife wants to go on vacation with 2 guy friends.
No.
Bruh.
Damn.
I'm already going to say no, you're not overreacting.
Damn. All right, am I overreacting? My wife and I have been together for 15 years and married for 8. She has a couple of guy friends that she has known before we met and keeps in contact with them from time to time. They all know each other. She has slept with both of them, not at the same time. Okay.
What did he say?
Back that up.
Stop it. Get some help.
She has fucked both of them? Why are you allowing them to still have contact and be friends? That right there, like, look, if they've never fucked, then okay, maybe you got a little credence on you, but the fact that they have fucked, I'm like, wait. Hold up. That don't fly, son.
Facts.
Oh my. Okay. Well, okay, not at the same time, multiple times in the past on separate occasions. Yeah, they didn't fuck more than one, or they didn't just fuck one time. All right, they would normally travel together and take vacations as a group with other people from time to time. Now that she is married, she has not been on vacation. I have met both guys, and I do not have an issue with either of them.
Stupid.
They both have been respectful towards me.
Nope.
One of them is now gay.
Nope.
Stop the cap.
That nigga ain't gay. Come on, bro. All right. One of them is now gay. They are planning a trip again like they used to do, and she wants to go. They were all heavy drinkers, but my wife has been sober for almost 2 years now. I told her it's disrespectful to ask me to go on vacation with 2 other guys now that she is married. She said she is surprised that I have trust issues and I make it seem like she is a whore running off to have orgies. Am I wrong? Dude, the fact that she is gaslighting the absolute dog shit out of you is wild. She's like, wow, I didn't think you were just so insecure. You just think I'm going to run off and have orgies. Bitch, that's what you were doing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. You said they didn't fuck at the same time. Bro.
Stop the cap.
Nah, I guarantee you they were up in the hotel room, Eiffel Tower, and that bitch. Like, bro, come on, man.
And you're saying that one of them turned gay when it's like...
Stop the cap.
So you're telling me he fucked her so many times, was like, I'm trying dick now. No,
Exactly,
no.
That was a
no.
lie. They
They made
orchestrated.
you believe that he was gay.
Yeah.
You right there. But he's not gay.
No, they orchestrated that.
They orchestrated the
Yeah,
fuck out of
They
this.
were just like, no, just look, just say that you're gay.
Yeah.
And that way, it'll make him feel more comfortable about letting me go with you.
Yeah.
Bro, come on, man.
Yep.
It's clear as day. And look, I get it. Like my boy always says, people are gonna justify things
Yes.
to the ends of the earth.
Yeah.
No matter
Yes.
how much it makes sense, they're gonna justify a reason to not make it make sense.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's what you're doing. You are just like holding on to it all, like no, he's gay, and she doesn't do that anymore. She's been sober for 2 years. Oh
Yeah.
no, she can't. She hasn't been on vacation in forever. Oh, she loves me, and everything is great. And it's
And
like,
you know what you left out? So if you want more proof, solid evidence, right? One, they didn't ask you if you could go. Two, ask if you can go. If
facts.
she gets upset that you asked that, or she gets nervous, or she's like, no, I don't really think that's a good idea, it's because she's gonna get fucked.
yeah.
If it's not an immediate, like, actually, I'll just tell him, like, you'll come too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We can
If it-
add you to the reservation.
Yeah,
on that,
if it's not an absolute, right off the rip, then one, you should have already been invited,
Yeah,
right?
facts.
But for them to be like, no, we're doing this because it's something that's between us three, she's going to be
Yeah,
between
yeah.
them two as an Eiffel Tower. That's what's happening.
Yeah, man.
And no, just, like, don't take my word on it. Like I said, ask her yourself, can I go? And if she's like, well, you wouldn't like it, or like, I know it's not really your thing. If you've already said like, I can't make it, then it's like, all right, that's different,
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if there was no talk about you going, and then you ask, right, you're like, no, I could definitely like put it on my calendar, and she's like, nah, I don't think it'd be your vibe. Like, it's kind of something that we would do. And it's like, all right, yep, she wants to get fucked.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, you're cooked at that
You're
point, bro.
cooked. Because you guys are married. If she doesn't want you around, it's for a reason, and that reason is very obvious. It's other dick. Because there's no other scenario that you cannot have your significant other in that you vowed to have or spend the rest of your life with, and it's a valid reason. You know what I mean? Unless it's
Yeah.
somehow like, I don't fucking know. I get, like, there's only like very specific reasons where it's like it's either dick or it's like a gender specific thing where it's like we're all being midwives and obviously you're a dude, so we can't have you there, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's something super specific where you're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It wouldn't strike you as weird,
Yeah.
But this scenario where he's like, one of them's gay, she's like, one of them's gay. I can't believe you think I'm just some whore to go get fucked. That's exactly what I'm doing, anyways. But you know what I mean? Like, you're not wrong. You're not the asshole. Especially for the fact that she tried to immediately gaslight you instead of like seeing your perspective, like, oh, you know what? Actually, that does make sense because
Yeah.
if you went somewhere with two women that you fucked multiple times, two women, you're like, yeah, dude, I'm going with two women I fucked multiple times, multiple occasions, and we're just gonna go without you.
Yeah, and we're not gonna do anything. We're
not doing
we're
anything.
Just gonna, sit
Yeah.
there and be friends.
Yep.
No, bruh.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Because again, just like the previous situation with the threesome girl.
Yes.
How we said it as like, oh, we've already had sex once. What's another time? What's
Yeah.
3 times, 4 times, 10 times, 12
Yeah.
times?
Yep.
What makes it different? Like,
Yes.
we've already had sex. Who cares?
Yep.
And so that's how they're gonna see it,
Yep.
and they're gonna justify it all up and down to her, and she's gonna be like, well, it makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
why not? Like, he's not gonna figure out. We're on vacation. We're doing our thing. We'll just say it was the alcohol.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Again, I think he said a good thing where that's a good test. Try to, because honestly, you should have been invited from the get-go. That
Yes.
was already like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? But asked to go, and if she does get defensive, oh no, it's not your vibe, then
Yeah.
yeah, you know.
Yep.
You know, bro.
Yes,
You know.
that's the solid evidence that
Yeah.
you need.
Yeah, facts. All right, on to our next one. Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girl for smoking? How do you feel about girls smoking cigarettes or smoking weed, just smoking in general?
It's a good question, honestly, because I mean I used to smoke both weed and cigarettes, so I don't know, because I mean I think the problem with my perspective being it's not gonna be neutral is what I'm getting at, because like my pops when I was growing up would smoke, and so I got so used to the smell of smoke that like it's almost like emotional for me in a way, and so like when I would smoke, right, it was just like a way to be connected with my pops, I guess, in a way, because he passed when I was 17, and so yeah, I think that's part of the reason why I was so okay with smoking. And I've never had an issue with like women vaping or anything like that. I never like coughing up a lung, hacking. Yeah, I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
Now and then, especially like now, I guess because I pay attention more to like the idea of being healthy, you know, especially because my health is kind of like not declined, but like become more noticeable. I think now would be like, all right, bro, like I don't want to deal with the repercussions that are down the line, that are likely down the line, because there's always people that I was thinking about this the other day. There's always people that smoke and like, my grandma smoked until she was 109. It's like, okay, well, yeah, sweet, dude. Your grandma smoked till she was 109. That doesn't mean like we talk about the increased chance of getting cancer.
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna be happy that you get cancer at 45 and you're like, well, I shouldn't get cancer because my grandma smoked till she was 98 or something? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
No, you're not gonna be happy that you have fucking lung cancer. You know what I mean?
Got bad RNG.
So like, exactly, terrible RNG. You fucking idiot. But yeah, for him having this standard, I'm like, all right, you know, it depends on what goes on, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay.
what's the scenario?
For me, okay, it was the fact that he's asking, you know, am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend for smoking? So
Is that all it said?
No.
Oh, okay,
There's
okay.
still a full story,
Okay, okay.
but I wanted to kind of
Like get the okay.
Yeah, I wanted to preface you with the question of like, how do you feel about girls smoking? Because I know for me, it's one of those things where like, I used to smoke weed. I've never smoked cigarettes. I always thought cigarettes were kind of disgusting, even though my dad smoked, you know, Black and Milds all the time. Yeah, I got used to the smoke and all that kind of stuff. I did smoke weed for a period of time, but then I realized how much like money I was wasting on weed, and so I stopped doing it. But my thing with smoking is like, no cigarettes, none of the vaping shit. If she smokes weed, I'm like, you know what? It is what it is, just because everybody kind of does it now that it's legal. It's one of those things where it's a little more recreational now. Everybody just uses it. It is what it is. You kind of can't get away from it. Now, would I prefer a girl that doesn't smoke? 100%. I prefer that. But I know in the realisticness of the world, it's like, a lot more people are smoking. A lot more people smoke weed than they do anything else. So it's like, I get it. As long as you're not doing fucking cigarettes and the e-cigs and all that other bullshit, I'm good. I'm not for the vapes and all that shit. That's just how I feel about smoking when it comes to a girl. But let's get into a scenario. So I was seeing a girl for a few weeks, and it was going pretty well overall. We were on a walk around my neighborhood, and she asked for a lighter. When I asked why, she said, I asked... Wait, hold on. What? And she asked for a lighter. And when I asked why, she said so she can light a cigarette. All right, he kind of wrote that weird, but whatever. When we got back, I was very honest with her in that I wouldn't date someone who smokes, and told her we should not date each other. I explained to her briefly that it was simply due to that it goes against my values in terms of health and habits heavily. Not as heavy-handed as, of course, and that I simply don't feel comfortable with the idea of my future wife being someone who smokes. So, she seemed to take it well at first, but then when she got home, she was angrily texting me, and she seemed really upset about the whole thing. Was I being an asshole here? I think no, because it's just your boundary, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, if she had a boundary and, you know, she was just like, hey, this is something that is my boundary. I don't want you doing, I don't want, you know, for my future husband or whatever. I don't think we should date. Like, that's in her right to do that, you know, just as it is your right to have, no, I don't think it would be a boundary. I'm sorry, a preference. That's the word I'm looking for, preference. You know, just like it would be in your preference to not want a girl that smokes and be like, hey, I don't want that for my future wife and all that kind of stuff. I don't want that around my future kids.
Right.
So that just is what it is. So I don't think you were the asshole at all. I think you did it in a good way too, where you know, you were a man, like I said at the top of the show, where you're just a man. You communicated with her, hey, I don't like this. You can either stop and we can stay together, or you cannot and you can kick rocks.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, this is that moment, or these are one of those moments where it's a guy who understands communication.
Yeah.
He's able to just sit his girl down and say, hey, look, bro, I don't like this shit. And we either change it and we move on, or we don't and you just get out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that was, exactly. Said perfectly, handled perfectly, brother.
Yeah,
You have your preference. You want someone that's healthy, you know. It's the same way where, like, people are like, oh, yeah, you could be an asshole if you want your girlfriend to, like, work out or whatever, you know. Now, like, this is what I was getting at earlier a little bit, where it's like it just depends on why your preference is your preference, you know. If it's because, like, aesthetically you don't want her to be a smoker, then it's like, all right, that's superficial, that's stupid, you know what I mean? But if it's for the health reasons, right, much like fitness, if fitness is important to one partner and it's not to the other, it's like, okay, well, of course there's a mismatch of preferences. They're not going to work out. Communicate it early and be on your way, you know. So I think that was perfect, you know what I mean? What would have been an asshole move is if you just kept her around and hated her for it. You know what I mean? That would have been an asshole move.
Because you wanted to have sex with her. You're just kind of, you know, just keeping her around, leading her on and stuff. Then, we'd be like, you're an asshole kind of, you know, bro. We get it. Yeah. Get it. Because, you know, you want the coochie or whatever. That's, you know, we get it. Yeah. We got dicks too, bro. You know, we understand the game. We understand, you know, I'm going to stick around long enough till she give me a little something, and then I'll leave. But but you didn't do that. You know what I mean? Again, you had good communication, sat down, did what you had to do. All right, let's get on to the next one. What do I do? One night stand. I have PTSD from sexual abuse, and I am medicated to control my OCD. My wife confessed a while ago that she had a one-night stand 20 years ago. I've been trying to forgive her. She has helped me through some tough stuff, but she did it when I was working days of 12-hour shifts in extreme heat, and we had established family. Seriously, what do I do? So she did this while y'all were dating.
That's interesting. Holy shit.
Because I thought this was before they got together, and I was just like, dude, I get you got PTSD. I get you got, you know, issues or whatever, but you're going to have to find a way to get over this. But she did this while you guys were together. So that does change it up, because it's like, if she's willing to do that once while you guys are together, there's nothing saying she might do it again later on in the future. So
that's a difficult one, 100%, because if she did that like way back in the day, you know, she did that. If it's legitimately one singular time, I can maybe see, because then she actually was like, fuck, dude, that was terrible, and then like actually decided to be loyal for the rest of the time. That I could see where like you would want to stay with her, you know, because like she kind of like, she had a moment of weakness and then realized, like, you know what, morally that was just absolutely fucking terrible. I didn't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. And then she stayed loyal the rest of the time. Like she was a changed woman, right? Now in the event that she was like, let me just see how he reacts to this one night stand, and it was really like 50, then like, all right, bro, like,
because that's what I was about to say. I'm like, you wouldn't think that like she did it that one time and then she was just like, yeah, boy, got away with it. Yeah. I can keep getting away with this too. And you know, and she's just like, bam, Tom, Dick, Harry, you know, Tyrone, Chad, and she's just bouncing all over the place like, yeah, my husband don't know shit. Yeah. And then she tests it like, oh yeah, I just only did it like once, you know, like, what do you think about that? I don't, you know, so that's why for me, I would be like, I'm not even going to take the chance
Right,
of
I get
like,
that.
did you just do it once and then was loyal to me the whole time? Or did you do it once and then kept doing it throughout the whole time? I'm never going to take that chance. I'm
Yeah.
just going to be like, you
I
know
get
what?
that.
I can't do this with you no more.
Yeah.
Like, you lied to me for so long.
Yeah.
You kept this from me for so long. I get it if this happened before us. Like in the previous situation with Oh Girl.
Yeah.
This happened before they were together.
Yeah.
So it's like, you didn't lie or keep anything from me. This was a simple thing of just, this happened before your time. And it was what it was. This was before your time. And so, but with this situation, nah, she did it during your time.
Yeah.
And since she did it during your time, I guarantee you it wasn't just once.
Yeah.
It had to have been at least, once or twice, couple times here and there, just because, look, when you get away with something, it kind of, it's why they call them kleptomaniacs. Once they get away with stealing one time, they think, oh, I can get away with it again. And I can get away with it again. Oh my God, I got away with it 5 times. Maybe I can get away with it 10 times. If I got away with it 10 times, maybe I can get away with it 50 times. If I got away with it 50 times, maybe I can get away with it 100 times. It's the mind of a kleptomaniac. And I think that is also in the same realms of cheating, in the same realms of infidelity, the same realms of just, doing shit you're not supposed to be doing. Like when you get away with it, you're like, all right, cool. Why not?
Yeah.
I could keep doing it. So that's the only reason why I would be like, nah, look, we done. I
Yeah.
can't do this because I can't take the chance on like you either have done this a bunch more times and I don't know about it, or you've done only that one time, you were loyal, and then I'm risking you possibly doing it in the future.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, yeah, it's really up to you whether or not to you it has been worth it to not know. Yeah, I mean, be in that relationship where it's like, she did come out and be honest eventually. There's people that'll argue like they hid it for so long that makes it worse. And then there's people that are like, oh well, they wanted to, before they brought anything up, prove to themselves that they could be loyal first and then let you know. But that's in the event that she did do it once and then that was it, It's hard to tell because you just never know the whole facts because you went so long, you had no idea. Like we said, it's kind of likely that she'd be like, let me just say it was one time so it doesn't seem that bad and then he'll stay with me, you know what I mean? Instead
it's
of
like asking a girl her body count, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? She's going to lie to you and be like, oh, it was 3. And when in reality, she knows it's like 50. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's kind of the same concept where it's like she's not going to tell you the whole truth, but she's going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And it's up to you to be okay with not knowing the whole truth. Or look, we're not saying you have to take our advice and be like, nah, man, get up out of there. People.
Yeah, 100%.
Like if you feel comfortable enough to be like, you know what? From what I've seen, she's been loyal to me. She's been good to me. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Then you do that.
Yeah.
Follow your gut with it, man.
Yeah.
But we are going to tell you the kind of other dark side just
Yeah.
so you
Yes.
understand the thought process of like, okay, I do need to kind of think about this side of it as well and be aware of both sides. And once you're aware of both sides and you understand, okay, this helps me make my choice very clear and you're not making a rash choice of like, ah, shit, why the fuck did I stay with this bitch, man? Damn,
Yeah.
I really don't even want to be with her no more.
Yeah.
Because
that'd be fucked up to her. You tell her like, yeah, we'll stay together, and then you just fucking hound her the whole time about, well, you
Exactly.
did this, well, you did this, well, you did this. That's
Yeah.
not what you should do as a partner. That's like, yeah, let me agree to stay in this bitch. You know what I mean?
All right, man. Hey, whoo, these God, man, they be having us on our toes, man.
Yeah,
in these
100%.
scenarios.
Yeah.
Hey, they do. Whoa, we're navigating dangerous territories.
100%.
All right, this one has some text threads to it. So the title is, am I overreacting to how my best friend blocked me because of his girlfriend? If you're changing up on your best friend because of your girlfriend, that is not your friend, bro. That is not your friend.
Depends if they're bros.
Yeah.
If it's a threat of a female getting blocked by her boy best friend, then I get it. But
Oh, okay. No, yeah, you're right. Because it is a girl. She said that she lost her male friend.
yeah,
So, okay.
get blocked, idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, get blocked, idiot. All right, so We'll read through the whole scenario and everything, though. You know what I mean? All right. So he says, right? Hold on. Yeah. That would be her, right? And that's him.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And she says, "Are you gonna block me on everything too?" He says, "My girlfriend was comfortable with me talking to you, and we made a promise if we ever did feel comfortable of something else, then we drop them, and I pick my responsibilities and my word. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be a jerk, but no matter what I do, I'm going to be an ass," he says. She then says, "A warning first would have been nice, but like perhaps there was evidence that she didn't need to be uncomfortable. I'm already in a relationship. There's no competition whatsoever. I just want my buddy back, but I get it." He then says, I told that to her, and that last thing was kind of my warning that I was coming from that it was coming from my side. But me and her made each other a promise, and I'm serious about her, and so I can't break my word to her. She then says, "Actually, I don't get it. I'm upset. I'm more than upset. She will ever be she will never be hold on. I'm more than upset. She will ever be uncomfortable. Okay, she won't ever be, or she'll something." What the fuck are you trying to say? Because the sentence don't make sense. I'm gonna just read it verbatim. Fuck it. "I'm more upset than she will ever be uncomfortable about me because of everything we did, all the time we spent together, the memories we made, the plans we had, and I don't even get to play the new dark pictures that come out this year with my buddy like we always did. Everything we did, we're just throwing it away for a girl who knew about me and that you said we could be friends. Did you even fight for me? Did I matter at all?" Damn, bro, you sound like you love this nigga, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Man,
100%.
Everything's just gone now. No warning, no remorse. I had to ask Zach why I'm blocked and unfriended. Because I never expected this to ever happen. What is she uncomfortable about? That I'm a girl? You can't have female friends?
No.
Because if that's what it is, just know that when the relationship gets toxic, this is the start. She then continues, "If you want to end this friendship because of her, then so be it. But I don't know if I can be there for you when it's over." Ooh, damn. Woo. All right. He then says, "I do want it to be over and do understand that you can't be here for me." Damn, bro, stuck 10 toes down.
Fact.
She says, "This sucks. A relationship shouldn't make you lose friends, but okay, goodbye then." All right, on to the more details of the scenario. "Hi, 23 female. I lost my best friend, 23 male, to his girlfriend. We were 100% platonic. We never dated. We never even met in real life." Oh, that changes things.
That changes things heavy.
Yeah, we planned it. We planned on it, but we both live in the U.S., but opposite sides. I met him through a mutual gaming buddies one time, and we instantly clicked. This was back in maybe 2022. We became friends. We became best friends after we all played Humans Fall Flat. After that, we started playing one-on-one games. We did basically every multiplayer game together. We were inseparable. We talked every day. We shared selfies. We knew everything about each other. Our friendship was strong. We recently, over the past few months, it started decreasing. Our jobs changed, so our schedules changed. It made it even harder to find time to play since our time zones were different. He's East Coast and I'm West Coast. So we didn't since early. Hold on. Yeah, so we didn't since early 2025. On top of that, he got a new girlfriend, and he, for maybe 3 months now, that he worked for a few years. Okay, So he made more time for her and his job, which I understood. I was happy he got a good girlfriend. He even said we could be friends and all games play together, and all play games together, and that we would like each other. And I thought that was awesome, but that never happened. Recently, he hasn't been responding to my messages. Our last conversation before this was in late November. He left me on red in December after I recommended a song to him. We're halfway in January, mind you, and I text him 3 more times on different days, and he hasn't seen them. I got curious and looked at his Facebook profile. I get an error. I said to myself, oh, that's weird. I'll see someone else's profile does that too. None of them did. I figured something happened to his account because I figured if he blocked me, Messenger would say something about how I've been blocked, but it didn't. New update? I don't know. So one day I was on Xbox and seeing who's online. Then I was just going through my friends list and saw that his gamer tag was nowhere to be found. So I go to messages to find our old chats. I go to his profile and I see add friend, and my body went cold. I wasn't thinking anything. I was just sitting there staring at I was staring at the screen, starstruck, so I messaged him on our chat saying, you unadded me? Did I do something wrong? So I tell our mutual friend, asking if he knows anything about me being unfriended and blocked. He said he hasn't talked to said friend since December. I asked him to ask our friend why this is happening. I speculate that his girlfriend's doing that. Maybe there was an insecurity because I'm a girl. She was in a very toxic relationship before this one, so I suspect that she was cheated on a lot and it made her insecure, which I can understand. Fast forward to while we're... Oh, okay. No, hold on. Sorry. Understand. So he texts me back a few minutes later saying it's due to her insecurities. Then I get upset. Like, of course I'm upset. Why am I being punished for that female being friend? Or hold on, punished for being a female friend to my male friend. That sucks. So am I overreacting? Am I overreacting to how my best friend blocked me because of his girlfriend? Damn. Now, at first I was like, oh hell nah, because y'all probably hanging out, going out and doing shit.
Yeah.
But now that I see that you guys are on the opposite sides of the fucking country, that changes things. I get it. They may look at it like, oh, it's easier for you to hide it from me.
Right.
Because it's on Xbox, it's on Discord, it's on all these, different platforms, whatever, and you guys could be hiding shit and stuff like that. But at the same time, bro, if he's never showed romantic interest in her or anything like that, then I personally don't see anything wrong with it. And I would say, nah, man, I would tell my girlfriend, look, bro, that's my friend. She was here before you. She lives on the other side of the fucking country. So it's not like we gonna meet up and be doing anything. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I get it. She's trying to just protect herself as far as emotional cheating goes. But since there's that physical element that's not there, I really look at it like I don't really see anything wrong with it. In that context, yeah, keep it open. Like, oh yeah, this is what we're talking about, and yeah. I was hanging out on Xbox with my friends and my female friend or whatever. Like, if he kept it open and just honest throughout whatever it is, what I think it is that the girlfriend found out about his female friend without him telling her about her.
Interesting.
I think that's where the insecurities came from, because I think it was a thing where they started dating, they were doing their thing, having a good time, because she said this. She said that she hadn't talked to him for a while.
Yeah.
And she figured, oh, he's just putting more time into her and more time into his work.
Yeah.
So I guarantee you, he didn't tell his girlfriend that, oh yeah, I have this female friend that I play games with and we hang out, or, we talk regularly and all that stuff. I think the girlfriend just found out about this randomly and was just like, the fuck are you hiding from me, nigga? Like,
yeah.
Why did you hide this girl from me? Who is she? Why do you guys talk all the time? You know what I mean? What do you guys say to each other? So I think that's what brought up her insecurities more than her being a girl and all that. But I don't know.
There's just so much to unpack here.
I
brother.
know,
Like,
bruh.
the problem is, so it like changes things because you guys are on the other side of the U.S. for each other, and that's why like the first question that came to my mind was like, you guys don't see any point in dating, right? It's been completely platonic for now. If you guys were closer together, right? Like if you were in the same state, would you guys date? You know?
True.
Because
True.
you might see it as like, oh, it's never going to happen. So like, why think that way? Because you guys have that distance. But if you guys were like gaming, like, on the same screen, you know, staying up, playing Medal of Honor till the crack of dawn, or you know what I mean? Or like Elden Ring, whatever,
Sitting
right
next to each other.
sitting right next to
snack
each other,
crushing.
you know, like, could you, like, it's hard to say, like, if you could honestly not, you know, have some type of feelings for each other, you know?
Yeah.
And so I feel like you should be more than happy for him where he's like, he takes this girl serious enough to where it's like no one else matters, and like he's like really serious about being loyal to her. However, that's to the caveat that she's worth it. You know what I mean? Like you said, where it's like, oh, if you know, when it ends, like I might not be here for you, right? And it's like, if it does end because she like say she cheats and then like he's like, oh dude, I fucking cut my best friend off for no fucking reason, then it's like, all right bro, like you weren't even sure if like, and that's why like I would say like no matter what, you got to be sure the woman's worth it. You know what I mean? Like 3 months in, I wouldn't be like, oh, you know what, yeah, I'll cut her off, you know? Mm-hmm. Like if it was like years at this point and then like she's like, oh well, I don't like you having a girl best friend, like you said, like bitch, she been here before you. Why the fuck would I give a fuck what you got to say about my friends? You know what I mean?
And as long as you're keeping it open, like, oh this is what we're talking about, oh yeah, no, you know, you can game with us, you can do this stuff, you know what I mean, then it's like it alleviates a lot of that stuff.
100%. And that's why I'm like, I'm very unbiased, or not unbiased, but like I can't lean one way or the other is what I'm getting at. Because like I said, you know, you just never know where it's like, okay, like someday fuck all happens and you guys move closer together, you guys are like hanging out more than they're hanging out or something, and it's like then it starts to get a little like dicey, you know what I mean? And it's like obviously if you guys stay far apart and never do anything, then it'd be perfect, right? But like you just never know because you don't know how things are going to take a swing in one direction or the other.
That's true. Yeah.
I think he did the right thing but too early, right? He did the right thing but too early, because you have no idea if this woman's just being insecure or if she's really worth it, you know what I mean? Because like you cut off all your friends and then she's like, you just fucking hang out with me all the time, you don't got nothing else going on, and like
why I wouldn't. I told him the advice of just like, no bro, like keep all your friends, do you, and if she is insecure and doesn't like that, well, then she can go kick rocks, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like my friends are gonna be my friends at the end of the day. And like I'm gonna be open, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, hey, this is what we're talking about. Oh, look at this funny text she sent me, you know, oh, we're gaming together, do you want to hop in with us? Like I'm gonna keep it open with you, I'm not gonna cut them off for you. If you don't like that, you can go. If you if your insecurities are so heavy to the point where like you want me to cut off my friends, we don't need to be together. Like that's just the way that goes. Now again, I would be 100% with you on the whole, like, you know, if you guys are together for a year and this and that, and they're like, you guys live near each other or you guys hang out and stuff, then I understand that, because again, it would be that like, you guys are late night gaming, you guys are together, you know, little shoulder bumps and all that, you know, you guys start
tickle fighting and shit,
you know what I mean, one thing leads to another, you know, shit gets heated or whatever, and y'all end up kissing and doing other shit. Like it happens, that stuff happens, regardless of how much you want it to be platonic or not. That stuff just happens. But the fact that you guys have so much distance between each other, that's why I'm like, no, I wouldn't give her up. for my girlfriend. I would
Yeah.
be like, look, bro, I am going to be loyal to you. I am going to carry it. And you're going to see it in my actions by me being
Yeah,
open with my
yeah.
phone, me being open, with our conversations that I have with her and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why I say that, because it's just like, bro, if she ain't cool with your friends, man, it's time to go.
Yeah. So yeah, after like saying it out loud, talking about it, I'm like, yeah, you know what? It actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially because you feel like you've been wronged in this scenario. Because I feel like the time is too short for him to have made a determination like that.
100%.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, yeah, he was kind of just being dumb. He thought he was doing the right thing, which it kind of is, but in different circumstances. You know what I mean? He should have. There should have been more to the decision of like cutting you off. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's also the possibility in his mind where he's like, all right, the temptation might just be too strong if I keep talking to her too. You know what I mean? I do like her, so I probably should cut her off just to focus on my relationship too.
It might be a thing where you think this relationship is platonic.
platonic, yeah.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, if I got the chance, I would definitely date her. If I
Yeah.
got the chance, I definitely would, bury that mushroom tip.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you think the relationship is platonic, but I don't think he does.
Yeah,
And
so-
I think that's probably why he's cutting her off.
Yeah.
Being like, you know what? I finally got a girlfriend. I finally got over her. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I'm sure it took him a minute
Yeah.
to really get over you, to not think about you like that.
Yeah.
He found another girl and was just like, I don't want to fuck this up with this girl. So what I'm going to do
Yeah.
is I'm just going to like get her the hell out of here so my feelings don't come back and ruin things with my relationship over here. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
He might be the one that has feelings. It's
Yeah.
not platonic for him, it's platonic for you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that's kind of laid out there.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you like to game. You'll probably find another gamer
Yeah.
girl to fucking hang out with. It's gonna take some time to like recover and stuff, but yeah. Like my point being is I definitely get why you're angry, and I'm now on the side of like you probably shouldn't have done that, but he did.
Yeah.
You don't know the full story behind his side.
Yeah.
You'll be fine though.
Yeah,
You're
gotta
young,
realize-
20.
Yeah, you gotta
you're
realize
fine.
his mind is made up. You let him make his mind, but don't close yourself off to him when it's over.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if that relationship falls apart at
Yeah.
the seams and he comes back to you, open up to him.
Yeah.
Be like, it's all good.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Like, I told you so.
Yeah.
But
Because
be
at the
there.
time he thought he was doing what was best for him. You know what I mean?
100%,
It
yeah.
wasn't like he hates you or like he just does not give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? He just sat down, thought about it, and was like, "This is probably the best for me."
Yeah. at
And
the
for
moment.
my current relationship at the moment, and then he'll probably get some new information if that relationship does end, and be like, all right, dude, it actually wasn't. I now know moving forward, I'm not cutting this chick off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like she is
yeah.
actually way
She the
better
one.
for me.
Yeah.
He might actually fucking just move cross country for you or something. I don't know,
Bro
dude.
might confess.
Yeah, he might confess at that point. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he
So-
might be just like, hey, look, I've always wanted you.
Yeah.
And I always want to be with you. Now, you might turn him down just because you see this as platonic.
Right.
But we're just saying that
Yeah.
it's like, this can be rekindled. This can be something
Yeah.
that just because he's saying this now doesn't mean he's not gonna
Yes.
feel it later.
Yeah.
So.
Good scenario.
Oh yeah, man. All right, that's gonna be today's episode, man. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Let us know what you think about all the scenarios as well as that juicy thread down in the comments. Again, patreon.com/mythasshole podcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show like these lovely people did for today. Audio listeners, thank you guys for all of the support. I really appreciate you guys coming out, showing out, downloading the episodes, all that stuff. We appreciate it so very much. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube. That helps out so very much, and it's all for free. He's going to have some stuff ready pretty soon for you guys. We'll put that down in the description. And when we do, we'll hit you guys on a Sunday episode about it. I'll make sure to make a post and all that good stuff about it as well. So you guys be informed about that. But anything else you want to, before we close out?
No, thank you guys for all your support, how you've been sending in scenarios, asking for help, all that kind of stuff. I love being here. I love being with my best friend here. So, just happy to be here. Glad you guys are liking the content. Make sure you're sticking around. Like I'm going to be sticking around, and
yeah,
we'll see a lot more of each other. A lot more.
Oh yeah, baby. This is the new format of 2026, man.
Facts.
We're doing the dang thing all for you guys. We love you guys so much. We appreciate it all. I'll see you guys on Tuesday for another episode. Love you all, and peace.
Peace.